nervous on the surface, I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, Whoa, I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got. I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got. Why do I still have hope? So many days have passed. I wait around for things to change, but change has not come fast. I'm asking all the questions, but then I question them. Like, what's the point of living, existing when you can't see your God in flesh? I'm looking for the answers, they say to pray instead. I think I'll find them one day, but with a helping hand. I know that it's not easy, but I believe I will. Yeah, I'll get over all my fears and really conquer everything. I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got. I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got.
Well, this one is a knocker. Step in on the dance and I do my dance. Everything's scattered. Right? Right?
Come cross.
Right now, man, active. Down with the game like a bandit. Me bring the flame like a matches. Test me no, without the slackness. Active style and pattern, that's a man there. Active. 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 One live like massive. Talking up and off the brandish. Touch road and hold the world hostage. When I start the bump up like mash pit. When I step out, all face get active. 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 Hey, get your style now. Clocks on the teeth side. Bad bitch on each side. Big split, chillin' on the beat side. Run things where you feel like. Cake big, have a carve out of peace line. Freestyle now, millions for each line. Too cool, man, I need ice in my beverage. Test this bigger, please find the exit. Right now, man, active. Gone with the game like a bandit. We bring the flame like a matches. Let's me know, put up the slackness, active style and pattern, that's a man there. Active. 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 One live like massive. Talking up on every brandish. Touch road and hold the world hostage. When I start the bump up like mash pit. When I step out, all place get active. 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 Active.
Everything you want, but you can't have. Number one regret, no takebacks. The hole in your chest, that's payback. Payback, yeah, you better take that. You could call me selfish and critical, I could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn that this might hurt, but that's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just That's just karma. Go and play the part, play the victim. Throw a pity party with your demons. Blaming everybody and you're screaming, but I'm the one bleeding. You're the one that's selfish and critical, you could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn you, this might hurt. That's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just karma.
I'm craving hope in this darkness. You say I'm just a joke, just a joke. Shivers my spine so bad. Swimming in the river takes too much. I'm trying to let go of us, but the truth is what's really one of us. My darling, rose and fire. You're a liar. You say, my darling, rose and fire. In fire. You say, my darling, rose and fire. You're a liar. Shivers my spine so much, so swimming in the rivers, swimming in the rivers. I'm trying to let go of us, but go.
long time, can't get you off my tired mind. Shadow, let the tape rewind and finally ease my anxious eyes. Oh no, I feel you creeping in, my body bleeding sin, I'm drowning. Heaven, can you save me now from these thoughts inside my head? God, you are the devil, running through my mind. I can't get on your level, I swear to God I tried. I am not under your spell. Turn around and turn ahead. You cannot be anymore. Oh my God, you are the devil. So hard to save. Hallowed by my love for you, always stop me going under. Follow every step I take, 'cause our walls are coming down. God, you are the devil, running through my mind. I can't get on your level, I swear to God I tried. I am not under your spell. Turn around and turn ahead. You cannot be anymore. Oh my God, you are the devil. In the back of my head and I'm dead. I got the devil inside me and everything you're seems red. Vision's blurry, I'm in a hurry, my skin is starting to shed quick. Call up the doctor, swallow some pills, maybe I'll wake up in bed. I'm a disaster, can I move faster? Honey, I'm off the edge. No fun is stopping me, I'm not your property, gotta take care of that ledge. My friends are dead, I'm losing my head, I gotta get off of these meds. I am unstable, willing and able, give you this body to pledge. Oh my God, you are the devil. Oh my God, you are the devil.
Best to give me your loyalty. Best to give me your loyalty. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
I could be the one you talk to when you're feeling down. I could be the one you run to when the moon hits the ground. I can say what I'm feeling, but the words just don't come out. If you ever feeling lonely, girl, just know I'll come around. 'Cause I've traveled too far just to get to where you are. And I know that you're broken, but that makes you who you are. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight. I know what you're feeling, I see that look in your eyes.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back, everybody, to Arena Esports, powered by, of course, HᴇÇoʀᴛLess and E. And, of course, we have strategic partner AD Gaming and broadcast partner Playtonia. But let's talk about the broadcast today. My name is Edju. I am joined by the wonderful Swarley. Welcome. And Swarley, how are we feeling today about MLBB?
I'm feeling great. I'm extra excited because I'm actually going to be educated by the one true ADU right now. First time casting together. It's always a pleasure casting with new faces, and I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this as well here. Looking back over at our teams that we have, first team that we have in match 1 is going to be Team X versus HᴇÇoʀᴛLess. Now, HᴇÇoʀᴛLess is a team that I do recognize. Now, are their gameplay as HᴇÇoʀᴛLess as their namesake? I don't think so. I think that they have a little bit to work on, so I can't wait to see how they've improved over the last time I saw them work. Of course, we also have match 2 coming up. That's another best of 3. That's going to be up against Exodios versus Anarchie, or Anarchy, probably Anarchy, but they spelled it with that. But, you know, regardless, Exodios is a team that I previously saw. They did get knocked down to come back here in this monthly qualifier. This is the qualifier to move us into our potential main roadmap. And if you've been sticking around with that roadmap, we have been putting on here at Arena Esports hundreds, and I mean hundreds of different tournaments just to get to that grand finals here later on in the year of 2024. So I'm hyped to see all of these players being able to move it back and forth now. So I'm really excited about this.
Are there any players that you are actually have slowly become a fan of as you have been casting Arena Esports for a while now?
Arena Esports, I think the one team that really, because I worked a lot at their Dota scene, there's this team, Wolfhounds. Wolfhounds was a team that got knocked down twice and came back to get qualified afterwards. So, you know, perseverance really is a positive note. That's the one team that I've seen that has always persevered. Right now, Exodios is trying to do the same thing in this monthly qualifier. Unfortunately, though, I believe this is our final invitational qualifier here. So if you don't get invited and get through it, well, then it's an open qualifier and anybody can make it through. And it's not nearly as guaranteed that you have a slot here. So in my opinion, I think that Exodios is going to have to come up big now.
I mean, win big or go to the open qualifier. It's not home just yet, but yeah, we're going to be looking at the prize pool. 1,200. Is that dinar or USD?
That's USD. That's a US dollar.
Actually, USD. Yeah. All right. Lots of moolah for MLBB, mobile game, big money, as they say.
I mean, it's also, I mean, we can't have a prize pool like this without, of course, being powered by HᴇÇoʀᴛLess. They are a wonderful company to be working with, and they are the ones putting in the main backing here. Obviously, broadcast partner Playtonia, you also have to worry about our strategic partner AD Gaming. They're putting everything together for us today to be able to sit here in a call. I'm across the world. You're in the Philippines. We got the MENA region that we're dealing with.
Exactly. It's like they're at the midpoint. Basically, right?
Yeah, we're triangulating this production.
Exactly. So this is truly an international tournament if you think about it, all over the world. We're glad you're joining us, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night for you. But thank you for tuning in to Arena Esports. And yeah, this is the schedule. Team X versus HᴇÇoʀᴛLess first up, followed up by Exodios. I can't stop thinking about it. I just want to say Exodia. 90s kid. So,
oh yeah, they got all the pieces of this, all right? Exactly. But let's see if they're going to be able to do that. We're going to have to wait, though. That's match 2. Match 1, Team X versus HᴇÇoʀᴛLess. I do want to see who's going to be taking it, because no matter what, the winners of these are guaranteed to move on into the main monthly cup, and these monthly cups are quite large. If you look at that roadmap that we saw previously, we were seeing some pretty ecstatic gameplay from both ends. I think that, what I can expect, it's going to be some good gameplay nonetheless. I mean, Mobile Legends, it is, of course, a mobile version of your typical League of Legends or your mobile version of your Dotas, your Hans, it's a MOBA. It's a mobile MOBA. All right?
It's a MOBA.
All the
it's a
M's.
MOBA.
MOBA.
It's a MOBA. It's a MOBA.
Perfect.
That's what
So,
it is.
yeah. And now looking at this, looking at, the fact that this game is very fast. Obviously, it's
is.
not like I cast Dota. It takes an hour and a half for them to leave their first lane. It takes forever to get it through a game of Dota. You compare that to Mobile Legends, you trip once and your Nexus, your Ancient, your main center, your base is just exploded.
We just got
Everything's gone. It's gone.
Exactly. You blink and you miss the action. No laning stage. The poking and the prodding and the guerrilla warfare start from minute 1. And that's the high-paced action of Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And we wouldn't have it any other way, making it as explosive from minute 1. And that's what makes this game such a great spectator esport, as they say.
And it's also great to play. The one thing I do appreciate about mobile games is they understand, okay, not a lot of people have an hour to sit down and play a game. If you're on a bus ride home, right? When I was playing Mobile Legends, it was back in 2018. I was playing it when it first came out, and I was
very new back then. Did you
new back then?
Yeah, also.
Yeah, I played it back when it first came out because that was like maybe 3 years after I had been pro in Dota, and I needed that way because I stopped playing Dota because Dota is a game that if you've played it, you understand.
Stressful.
It's so stressful. So I took a break from Dota, and then I'm like, I still wanted like some MOBA, and I wasn't gonna subject myself to League of Legends because it was the same except a different font. So I made sure on my bus rides home, I whipped out my phone, and it's a 1 hour bus ride because I lived in the middle of nowhere. And got to play 3 games of Mobile Legends out of it. In 2018, I was in my region rank 1 Bane player for like a very short amount of time. But still, that is a title I had. But it was 2018. I got the title. I can say that. That was me. All right.
Probably playing against MOBA Zane as well. I was just saying.
Yeah. I was playing against the best mobile players ever. No, but the best mobile players we actually are going to be jumping in and watching, as I believe match 1 is about to get started. Our first game of this best of 3. Noticing what kind of picks and bans they're going to be doing is going to be very interesting. But Swirly, what's your background as a player or as a caster? Did you only cast it? Did you play it? Why are you here?
I did play it. I did play Mobile Legends quite a bit. I also casted for the Mobile Legends Philippine scene for a few seasons. That was in 2018, 2020, I believe, until the pandemic. And then I decided I didn't want to get sick, so I just stayed at home and became a total antisocial gamer and just played video games instead of playing and casting Mobile Legends. But yeah, I've been playing for a while. Well, not really playing, but I've been around Mobile Legends since its birth, much like you. I guess to a lesser extent. I guess you played a lot more than me because you commute every day.
I played for like 5 months. And then I dropped it, unfortunately.
I just tried to much like in Dota, I told you like off air that I played Dota until I hit Divine. It was pretty much the same in Mobile Legends until I reached like Mythic. I just stopped playing just to say that I reached the highest rank, just for that reason alone. But you were saying you were number 1 Bane. So where do you think Bane actually stands in the meta today? Many years later?
He's a C tier character that has fallen off over the years for sure. He's not picked. He's not very. He's great if you can get like snowball, but that's every character in every MOBA is great if they can snowball. So it's like it's not going to be any different. So I think that the odds of someone picking Bane is a lot less than the odds of Bane doing well. Bane, when he's in the game, it's Mobile Legends. Everybody is going to be able to do pretty well. But the pick rate is so low, I doubt we're going to be seeing them.
It is pretty low. I mean, I think he got buffed earlier, like a few months ago as well. Like he got buffed multiple times during the year, if I'm not mistaken, because he has been people were trying to pick him a lot more. But still very niche hero. Still very niche.
Swirly, talking about people trying to pick him, let's find out what the picks and the bans are as we have the game ready now. Let's jump straight into it.
All right. Ooh, okay, Lilia getting banned. Interesting though. CC and Nolan still actually on. Not yet. One more ban. Jong gonna be banned out here. A bit of a kind of like pretty regular bans. Nothing out of the ordinary. Lilia getting taken out as well.
I mean, what I'm looking at here is
it's your team, Matt.
You know, it's Edu Gaming. Yeah, of course, of course.
You.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because this player has to play
have to be
well, or I'm gonna
biased
be very
during the cast,
disappointed.
though. There we go.
Okay, there's Nolan ban. All
There's
right.
Nolan. So will this be an automatic CC if they do run it? Let's find out. CC, very new hero. Few days ago, not even a week old. Tell us about CC for the viewers who aren't updated about CC.
So this is the newest character, and if you know anything about Mobile Legends, the new characters are usually the most broken because why test a character before shipping it when someone's going to try their best to buy it, and that makes money for Mobile Legends.
Exactly.
Just saying, it's the strat that they do. They pull out these insane characters. Now CC being a pretty much whoa, I haven't seen this pick in forever.
Balmond with his big axe. See what I did there?
Big axe. And talking about axe, you know, from Dota 2, same character. The ability to call someone at a percentage is all that matters in Balmond. I'm not sure if he's the same.
Well, not exactly the same, but you know, spin to win. Always
spin to win.
Always a good strategy. Maybe we'll see an Akai as well, but Lunox getting picked up as well.
Your team is picking.
And
I actually really like those two picks.
Well,
I think that they have a lot of skill shots they need to land, but once they do, it's going to be a lot of damage. Their damage output right now is pretty solid here. And Team X is the team on the left, and that means that our other team on the red, on the right side, is Heartless. So it kind of makes sense.
Valentina and Thamos. I don't know. How do you pronounce it? Everyone pronounces it differently. Thanos.
If it's pronounced like, well, it's also Thames is the way that you would pronounce it.
Actually, the first time I've heard someone pronounce it Thames. You really are a unique talent.
I've been waiting.
There we go, Carrie getting picked
Catherine.
up.
Oh, one of my favorite ADCs, one of my favorite damage characters. You know what's funny is even though I stopped playing Mobile Legends, I played their gacha game version for a long time.
Oh, wow,
so a lot of these characters, I still know all their abilities because I kept up with the game. And every time a new character was added to Mobile Legends, they also added it to Mobile Legends Adventures, which was the gacha game.
Okay.
I spent way too much money on that gacha game.
You're a gacha degen as well, I guess.
I used to be, and then I realized I don't have enough money for that, so I stopped.
True. Gacha takes away two things: time and money, and I am a slave to gacha. But I will not be talking about my favorite gacha today because they are a competitor of Mutan. Let's just say that.
No, that's funny. But looking at this now, looking at the average picks that we have, it's a very tanky team over here for Team X on blue side. Very tanky. Now, obviously, when you have Katrina, that's somebody who can shred through tanks relatively well, especially with the lock-on ability and the attack speed that they can bring. But
he didn't go for Inspire, I think. Yeah, I didn't go for the Inspire, but Angela gonna be taken away here. The sustain meta is still one of the stronger metas in Mobile Legends, and taking away Angela is gonna be annoying. But if you did ban out Angela,
there's Xborg. Bye.
Estes is still available as well if they would want to go for the sustain route. Let's see. Xborg, another hero that has actually grown in popularity since fading away a while back. Did get reworked, and that is how to make profitable ways in a game like Mobile Legends. Make sure that the older heroes find their spotlight again, because that is money, and who doesn't like money?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like it? One thing I like though is I would like your opinion as what tank is going to be locked in here for
as you said that Fredrin gets locked in.
Yep.
Just like that, one of the most dominant tanky heroes, XP lanes as well. But I mean, yeah, in the game, so just such a he just does so much, right? You have a tanky guy who has a dash and a knock up with Brave Assault, and you have a taunt as well, right? Quite the good AoE taunt on Fredrin with Energy Eruption. So
yeah, and I think that AoE is going to become a real problem for this team. If you look over at Team X, they're going to be real up close and personal with each other, except for their final pick.
What I like this. They know that Fredrin will want to go in front, so they counterpick with the Kufra. Kufra will be able to disrupt the backline, so carry Lunox won't feel as safe. But then I thought, are they just gonna Franco? All of those three heroes that they just shadowed are actually good picks for them right now. From the Minotaur to the Franco, not a Johnson. Definitely not a Johnson, but a Diggy.
Ooh,
No, they're not
Tiger
gonna
too.
go
I mean, they're
there we
okay.
go.
They're going Minotaur. Minotaur's great.
Fredrin is actually very, very scary in terms of initiation. I like it.
Is that Oogway from Kung Fu Panda? Or not Oogway? Is that is that Kai? That's from Kung Fu Panda. They have skin in the game?
Yeah.
I'm learning something new every day.
They had a collab. Kung Fu Panda has a collab with so Poe is actually in this game as a Kai. Right? They have so many collabs. They have Gundam. They have Transformer collabs. Not Gundam. Transformers. They have Jujutsu Kaisen. It's crazy. And
and I was looking at Free Fire as another game that here at Arena Esports we do put on, and they have all the skins for every anime. I saw a Saitama running around trying to one-punch Goku. I mean, it felt like I was watching Fortnite with how they have so many like skins. I think they have Baki in there too.
Because imagine Fortnite has Family Guy.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you're
everything
playing a
needs
game
Family
and
Guy.
Peter Griffin is just gonna shoot at you. Like, isn't that's like tilt-inducing from the get-go?
Oh, of course. You got to be a little bit tilted from that.
Exactly. But yeah, we were talking about the high-paced action of Mobile Legends games. Let's see what the lanes are looking up right now. Will there be any early invades here? Actually, gonna be an early skerfuffle over here. Just a poking, not a skerfuffle just yet. Poking and prodding for now. And it's game number 1, Team X versus HᴇᴇLess, and Edu obviously gonna be biased to Edu Gaming. Can't wait for that to happen. I want to hear the bias
I can't wait.
in your play-by-play later. You have to be disappointed when he dies. You have to be.
I'm gonna be so disappointed because they're also playing one of my favorite characters from the adventure game because they're so broken. Like Katrina is one. Is one of the strongest characters in the Mobile Legends adventures. She just is. She's insane because she just targets the backline so well. So I'm hoping that they're gonna keep that same energy. But look at this like full blown aggression coming out so early into the game just to get as much space made as possible.
Exactly. They just traded jungles at that point, and Edu Gaming will be chilling over in the bottom lane. Interesting spell for him. Actually gonna go. He went for the flicker, but hold that thought. Minter falling very low there. That's one. Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. That's his name. Obi-Wan.
No way.
So slow. I'm sorry.
Obi-Wan only 1 HP as he gets away. All right, like so close. But look at this damage.
I like it. But Lunox actually he still dies. We jinxed him a bit too much. We're sorry.
A double kill though. Wait, they're diving. They're not done. They're gonna keep going.
One,
and
they
maybe
don't care, biting off more than they can do. It's fine. It's fine. Spin to win has proc right now, but Momo 3-4-0 at minute 1. Beautiful start to the game for Team X.
Yeah, great start for Team X. I will say though, Edu Gaming isn't dead yet, so I'm still hyped.
Yeah, I mean, when your carry is still alive, it's always gonna be a good thing, right? Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go. Turtle. Oogway. We were talking about. What's the name of the turtle in Kung Fu Panda? Isn't it Oogway?
Oogway, yeah.
Yeah, it's Oogway.
Yeah.
He is dead. Turtle is dead. Easy, no contest whatsoever. That is the power of the Balmond and momentum. Slowly but surely tipping in the way of Team X. I wonder who is the real Professor X here. Like who?
I mean, I think we have to read their minds if we want to find that information out. But look at this off lane. How much free farm has this Arena been getting?
And they've heard it out. Edu Gaming, 2 minutes of free farm. You're gonna try and poke at him. Type is gonna be there, not quite yet. Finally gonna get into the board as the Kufra does fall over there. Nice knock up, but the flicker was burned to save his life. And cursed, not quite cursed, will be able to be blessed in that moment and run away with his life.
Oh, that's pretty solid. I mean, I like the back and forth transition that these guys have been going for, but Team X, they're not really doing much farming. All of their gold is coming from getting kills.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true though. So it's gonna be a risk, and you know, HᴇᴛLess is gonna be more than happy. They tried to poke at Edu, and Edu is still fine, still getting lots of gold in the bot lane here. And as you say that, right? As you say that Team X weren't farming, look at them. They all went back to their lanes.
You gotta make sure that you don't, you know, if you're overextended, you have to do it well. But look at this tower dive. 4 players on 1. The guy's terrified and he's dead. Mahmood gone. Gemex just absolutely cleaning him out here. So I think that this could be the first tower they take too. I don't know if they have enough time to like sit around and take it, or they're gonna rotate.
The plating is still there. Definitely won't force it. A bit too time consuming, as the turtle is gonna be up in a bit. So I think that's gonna be the main objective. Bot tower is gonna get poked here by HᴇᴛLess. But I like this Kufra already in position here, as well as Balmond trying to posture around the turtle ship. There we go, nice stun. Falling very low is the Minotaur, but he's gonna survive on a sliver of health, and it's actually gonna be the Kufra that is gonna fall spin to win. Balmond poking, not quite enough damage. That's actually gonna be Balmond now falling very low and will be forced to run away. But no, the Minotaur then. The Minoan Fury not quite hitting anything there. That is quite unfortunate. Obi-Wan, you know, he just bragged his force. Didn't really hit anything. No.
Yeah. Looking at this, looking at how like the early game's going, I'm surprised that HᴇᴛLess is keeping up in farm. Like, yeah, they're down 3k net worth, but they're getting kills on the proper players. Though Edu is not down yet.
2-0-1 now on the carry. They have to be careful. Carry, like you said, right? Even in the gacha game, carry is a hyper carry, and in the mobile game, carry is still a hyper carry, and that's not a hero that you want to be giving a lot of space to.
Let's see how much space they're actually going to be taking, though. No, we haven't seen any towers fall. We still have some players being able to pop off here, but look at the actual just. They're just waiting. And the second they jump on Muhammad here, it is not going to look good. But oh, wait a minute. Where's this Minotaur? Caught out in the open, Obi-Wan. I think he's been caught out a little bit too much here, to be honest with you. Guy is not doing too hot on a tank.
I mean, you don't always have the high ground, Obi-Wan, so you gotta be more careful. You know what's actually funny if he actually picked the Star Wars skin, because there is a Star Wars skin in this game. I think
on Minotaur though, like what would that be? Giant Chewbacca? Like I'm confused.
Jabba the Hutt, maybe. I think Jabba the Hutt would be perfect for him. You know, you have a Jabba the Hutt that's just jumping in place with Minoan Fury, but it's not called Minoan Fury. It's called Hutt Fury. Maybe. Giving ideas to Mobile to Munton. Hopefully, maybe you free to take our ideas, Munton. Feel free. There we go. Speaking about collabs, one of my favorite skins also. Look at that. Kung Fu Panda.
I mean, they put a lot of effort into that. The animation looks pretty good.
I know, right? Sams.
They put more effort into that skin than Dota put into their most recent compendium.
Oh, wow. Shots fired. Valve, step up.
Honestly, Mobile Legends diffing Valve right now.
I mean, Moonton, right? They have a lot of money right now. It's crazy. Even if they only are a phenomenon in half of the world, still more than enough. It's mid lane.
Half the world?
Half the world? I mean, Asia, China, Asia is half the world, kinda. I mean, it recently just started in China, right?
I mean, population-wise, it's more than half the world, I would say.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, true. Starting to get there. Starting to get more than half the world. We're excited, actually, for the Chinese scene. Because the Chinese have always been great at their MOBAs. Can't wait to see how they evolve in Mobile Legends. Anyways,
oh, that's
not talking about
oh my god, that is a huge
MENA scene. There we go. Nice Minoan Fury. Actually, gonna get a few there, but it's 2-4-1 for now. Still, Midu Gaming is alive. Killing spree now on to the carry. Still, like you said, right? Even if it's a 4,000 gold lead for Team X, HᴇᴛLess, you're being cold-blooded right now. You're finding the picks that matters. And just like that, in this battle, picked up by carry, and wow, just so much items now, and they have to start being scared Because sure, the Kufra is struggling. He's struggling to get into the back line. But the Thams, at least, the Thams is doing Thams things, you know? Rat Mobile Legends, as they say. And one,
They have a strat.
They have a strategy. They have a strategy. They're gonna make as much space for the Thams. Still lots of turrets on the board for Heartless though. So Thams still have a long way to go, but they do have the advantage. So they have to be careful. They can't give too much to this carry. There we go. As I say, that Thams actually gonna be joining this fight.
This is it. Another pick. And oh my god, they are stacked up here. This is perfect. All the AoE. What a pull right into the tier 2. And that's going to get him an easy kill down. Edu Gaming mega kill already. Might be able to keep it going. No one's shutting this character out. And this is probably going to be the real shift. But wait, Leslie able to maybe finish him off? Oh, so close. Oh. Wait, they're diving for it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But still, you know, that is an alive carry. While your carry is alive, your hope is alive. But
They have a strat.
They do. I like it. I like it. It's Thams didn't really join any fight for the longest time. Yes, sure, Thams did fall, but Thams is quite an annoying but they're gonna knock up. The Minotaur, the heal, a bit of sustain will be able to let them walk away. But Edu Gaming, I think he's aware now that he has to try and do something because the game is slowly, but surely getting away from them. Fredrin is still kind of... Yeah, Fredrin is under-leveled. And Obi-Wan does fall once again. Obi-Wan, I think he's trying to do too much right now.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, right? Like, because Fredrin, your tag team bruiser, the Fredrin is busy farming. It would be better, like, their coordination not quite on point, unfortunately. And they will have to fix their act if they want to get anything out of this game, because you know it's now a 7,000 gold lead. That's just gonna grow. There we go, yet another dive. Nice knock up onto 2 actually. Valentina is gonna find the Lunox over there, and the cavalry is here, but the flickers have been burned. Kufra is still in the area if they do overextend into this. There we go, bouncing ball. There we go, a bit too much under turret. That is a deep dive for now. But fortunately for them, the Valentina Cursed will be able to walk away, and there we go. Once again, more space created as mid lane and top lane are both shoved very, very nicely for today.
Wow. I mean, that's the kind of gameplay that they have all the space they need. They've kind of been taking that space early in, unless you have, of course, Edu Gaming, which, yes, shout out to them. They're not doing anything for buying space. And look at this. We are seeing some final trades, though. Obi-Wan comes up, finally online, but you still are just going to fight this out.
There we go. Redden does fall there. That's again, right? The tanks are just out of commission for Heartless. And if your tanks are dead, no matter how much damage your carry does, it's not really going to amount to much. There we go. Standing beside the ruins of his turret, and can't do but just clear the wave as Cursed is just gonna be poking very, very easily at him, and mid turret very close to getting destroyed as well. His teammates just doing whatever they want. Look at that. Heartless didn't even get a single turret in this game.
Wow, not a single one. That's so unfortunate. 8 turrets down compared to none is a bold and pretty unfortunate way that this game's going. So looking at this now, though, I think game 1, Team X, they pretty much take it, especially when you know this is a game mode that you're down with towers. One more push and the game's done, and we're moving into map number 2, or game number 2, that is.
Exactly. That is really unfortunate for them. There we go. The BM, the MOBA salute happening right now, just TPing in front of your enemy. No care in the world, because TPs don't have cooldowns in this game, so they can just keep spamming it. There we go. Look at that. It's bounced. No care. Final stand, as they say that. One of them, the Fedrin, is actually very low already. A Minotaur has to leap away, and there we we go. Lord is gonna be up in a bit, but I don't really think they will need it. But looking like, let's just make sure, boys. So Zizo will be taking the Lord by himself as Heartless on their last legs. What kind of miracle can they hope for? Edu Gaming on a 6-0-1. Maybe a perfect setup. Maybe a perfect Minoan Fury. Maybe a perfect energy eruption from the Fredrin. But perfect is not always gonna happen in a MOBA.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to see where this game's going to be going here in any direction other than Team X. But as you said it, they have that perfect setup. They have what they need to really just allow this game to be cooked, and cook they might just be. But I want to see one more clean fight. And with this now pushing in, that's a tower gone. They could just go straight here for the base. But they're going to go for kills anyways.
And there we go. Obi-Wan dead. Fredrin soon to follow the knockup from the team. More than enough. And that is game number 1. Looking like, yes, it is going to go in favor of Team X. Not a perfect game, but a very methodical game from the Team X players. And congratulations to them. One step closer into going into that monthly cup. And after that draft, it wasn't a bad draft for Heartless Gaming, might I add. Right? They had the setup, they had that Fredrin, they had that Minotaur. It was just the execution. They also got to protect their carry. Their carry was doing a lot of damage. 601, lots of items already in the backpack. But the thing is, right, all the DPS in the world, if your tanks aren't doing the initiating, it's not really gonna amount to much.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Looking at this, it was a little bit rough. We saw Obi-Wan not able to keep up the pace with how everybody got pushed back time and time again. So hopefully in game number 2, we're going to be seeing something a little bit better, a little bit nicer for them to be able to bounce into game 2. Now, knowing what the picks were, it was really standard. I don't think that it was a difference in picking outside of one team, that being Team X. They had a team that the only person that could even do enough damage to take out a lot of them, because they were a very HP dependent and armor dependent team, was the carry. So obviously Edu Gaming was going to be popping off there because they were the only person able to actually penetrate that armor enough.
Exactly. But yeah, all about execution at this point. And maybe they do need a bit more sustain. Obi-Wan needs to calm down a bit, and hopefully may the Force be with him in game number 2, because he needs it. He's definitely gonna need all the Force and all the luck in that world, because that's, you're a pro player, you must know how hard it is to bounce back after a rough game.
Yeah, I think that we're going to be seeing some bounce back here, but overall, in the way that this team played, Team X, their strategy of, we don't need to kill any minions, we don't need to kill any creeps, we could just run around killing you. You're our new, creep. You're just a big fat creep in a lane blocking our path to taking it. So they treated that very well. Now they're going to try that same energy and move it into game number 2. We talked about predictions. I was expecting this to be a 2-0. And based off of game 1, I don't see that changing unless they just drop the ball in this next game.
Exactly. And good for you. At least Edu Gaming was the best performing player on that Heartless side.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a name that starts with an ED, you're going to be able to destroy. And that's really a skill that these players have. Now, looking at this next game, we of course still have one more match and one more map in this one. So I'm really excited because we are just cracking the surface of Mobile Legends gameplay today. We got a lot on our plates here. Now, Team X, I know, is a team that wants to jump straight on in here. And it looks like we should be having a fun time. But let me ask you this. If there was one thing, one misplay, what step was the major flaw that we saw here from Heartless?
Well, I also think that, the tanks especially were a bit too selfless. Sometimes that's a bad thing, in my opinion. Because you're always gonna die. Sure, they protected the carry. The carry had a good game. But if you die, that's gold going into the enemy. Gold and XP going into the enemy. And come the mid game, sure, the carry was in a good position, but her tanks were so underleveled. The Fredrin wasn't there. Obi-Wan was levels behind the Kufra.
Yeah, levels. I mean, probably a whole game behind at the time that the round ended, and that was a little bit odd. I didn't expect that from Obi-Wan. I mean, you got a name like that, you're gonna have to, maybe practice some meditation, maybe practice what you preach there. But the Minotaur, we saw some great stuns coming out. But let's actually look at the highlights and see what's there.
As I like to say.
I mean, look at that. They've been 5 stacked or 4 stacked. I mean, since minute 1. They didn't ever they just left one Leslie in lane to get farm and try to slow down Edu, and then the rest of their team just went for kills.
It was either Leslie or Nats, right, on the Thams, which is that's like textbook Mobile Legends right there. That would always just farm while your team made the space. Valentina leading the charge with a Kufra and a Balmond as well. So much tempo control right there.
Yeah, just the way that the game started when we saw a pretty reasonable amount of damage being dealt here by the Balmond. I don't get to see that character picked very often because, yeah, they're one of the oldest characters in the game. They were meta, maybe OP back in 2018 when I last played, but I would think that they've fallen off by now.
He got buffed, actually. He got buffed recently. He's kind of making a comeback into the meta. Because, his kit is always pretty good, heroes who are making a comeback into this meta are Balmond and Lunox, I believe. Lunox also fell off a bit, but Lunox is also in a pretty good spot right now. Because, to be honest, in terms of the draft, I feel that they were equal. It was just all about execution. No draft really favored the other. And it was just execution. And HᴇᴇLess, they need to put a little more heart into their game at number 2. So to speak.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Definitely into the point where I was a little bit disappointed in the way that they played. Their draft, I had assumed, was spicy enough to bring some real pain to it. But if you don't have a tank that is able to carry enough, you're going to have a problem. And one thing that you did notice in that is that they only had one real character that was able to be that front line in the Minotaur. And he just wasn't online. So of course, when you have 4 players,
he was minced
so
meat.
soft, squishy.
He was so squishy, minced meat throughout this game. I do love a good burger every now and then. A Minotaur burger, who doesn't like that? But unfortunately for Obi-Wan, that was the main course of Professor X in that one.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful gameplay. I'm thinking that
I'm sorry.
They're going to keep it going. Yeah, I think that what we're going to be seeing is that one team definitely showed up a lot more than the other. That doesn't mean that the other team isn't going to be able to be back online, but overall, I could tell that this team has a few issues here. They don't really have the same penetrative power that they had going in, and what I watched from HᴇᴇLess is not the team that I know. I've seen this team maybe once or twice before as a spectator, and this is a team that knows how to get the ball rolling, and that's what Edu was doing. He was the one player that was out of the main wave getting pushed back. So if they can give Edu more space, or maybe create that similar type of space for themselves, they should be able to bounce back. I think their mid presence there was their main downfall. They sent 2 people mid, sapping each other's XP, sapping the lane, versing only one player of Curse. And Curse was like, okay, you're not killing me, so I just get the benefit of you guys shooting yourselves in the foot. So little things like that. If you're going to be grouped up, you have to go for kills. There's no reason to be sitting there hitting minions. You got to do something with it.
Exactly. Making full use of the space. Sure, that's the tricky thing about Mobile Legends, because for the longest time, Mobile Legends has been that type of game that, the team that holds hands or sticks together wins games. But Mobile Legends has evolved, right? There's all about the map. Making full use of the map is so much more important right now. That's why heroes like Thams, heroes like Leslie, for a while, even the Lynx, the Fannies, they are heroes that always have had the niche, the proper niche in a game like this. But there we go, the stats. Don't 7-0-14 on that Valentina. Cursed. Are you actually British? Probably. British superiority. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Cursed popped off there, and the same with Orcs. The same with Sarah here. Beautiful job. 7-0, 7-0. Double. We were talking about how Edu Gaming was definitely about to have a flawless game, regardless of, you know, the fact that they lost it really hard. But, you know, a real flawless game came out here. I mean, no one below 8.3 is wild to me. That's everyone. The worst player was on average better than your entire team put together.
That is unfortunate. I mean, and Nats's performance, like, you know, 1-3-13 as well. You know, that's exactly what you want as an XP lane, right? You're just making space, pushing waves. Every time they pushed out, a lane was shoved out in favor because of Sams. It made it really hard for Heartless to make a solid defense because one guy had to always be defending. And Team X, they showed high awareness whenever they made those plays. Like you said, because of that, game number 1 looking like game number 2, unless Heartless have a change of heart, then maybe we'll be looking at a 2-0.
I mean, they're going to have a change of heart here or a change of gameplay. Their game plan just didn't really work out. I think if you look at their carry, you look at the player that was in that, you know, lane to just get as much money as possible, 1-6. Did just as bad as Obi-Wan's tank at 1-6. I think that's a big problem for them. You know, they had one player being able to pop off, but the other team, other side, just not it. They're off lane getting absolutely just shoved constantly. It was a free source of food. That was a open-ended buffet, and they were just there to eat and eat and eat.
On the Minotaur. The Minotaur for sure.
And then the Minotaur was just an extra little dose of protein. Good beef jerky there, absolutely cooked.
Exactly. I mean, no one delicacy. That's what it was. But yeah, I think the draft is gonna come out in a bit. But looking at what would you want? What do you think? Are there any priority bans for Heartless in your
priority bans
after that
in
game?
Mobile Legends?
I
think that I don't think nothing's changed. I don't think they're gonna be changing any way that they ban because. Maybe the Valentina. I think maybe banning the Valentina because they weren't able to deal with them in mid. Maybe, but you know, compare what they already had banned. It's Mobile Legends. You have to use like all of your bans on the most OP characters in the meta right now. The newest characters, your CCs, your Nolans, and they just had to like full send it.
CC wasn't banned, right? In that one.
No, CC wasn't banned, but I think that they're gonna still want to use it on there because they don't want to have a CC get whipped out on them. You know.
But I guess why it wasn't picked in the first game was, you know, since it's just a few days old, I guess the comfort isn't quite there yet. Or
comfort, as well as I would also argue that one team, they picked their carries really early on, so they didn't really need another, you know, carry like that. They had the actual character, be able to be picked on third.
That's why her name is so appropriate.
Yeah, so it's like I think that's the main reason is if they needed their 5th pick to be a carry, they would have picked CC.
Probably. Good call here, and there we go. As we say that, we are hopping into the game. Another similar ban. This was the first ban a while ago as well, right?
Yes, this is the first ban. But look at that. This was actually the first ban over for Heartless. But look at that. They're already up to... Oh, wait, no.
Oh, no, they're the one that took it away.
They switched. They banned their own Valentina. Maybe they realized, okay, we got lucky for being able to have first pick about it. Now we have to get rid of it. So, because I think Valentina was their 2nd pick, if I recall.
Exactly. Was it? I think it was...
Yeah.
Well, it was 1st or 2nd for sure.
Upon the edge of the void.
Right? It was 1st or 2nd for sure. Well, let's see how the things will change up here. Nolan is going to be taken out. No surprises yet again.
I do what I want to do.
Oh, okay. I guess there is someone, definitely a main on Professor X there. Professor X.
Yeah,
Team
definitely.
X. I keep confusing Professor X. Yeah. A Diros main, definitely.
Team X.
Team X. Yeah.
I think, you know, these are some smart bands. I got 1-1 band as well. I mean, these are the exact same bands outside of Valentina. The only update was that, and they got banned by the team that picked them. So very strange to see them banning that. Maybe, I mean, it makes sense because they'd rather not give it than not have it.
Because they have
my thought process.
Yeah, they have 2nd pick. That's why. If you
Yeah.
have second pick, you're always gonna take away a hero that Pharem is gonna be interesting. So another sustain hero. They did ban out Angela as well last time, but not a lot of sustain on either side. Let's see if this draft will be a bit different first. Yeah, let's see. Oh, did they? Oh, they subbed out Obi-Wan.
Understandably.
Understandably, they did.
Understandably. I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you in a different team. I think that really dropped the ball in that game.
A bit too excited on his initiates.
Yeah, really. I mean, they went in with a lot of power, but when you were a glass cannon tank, a glass cannon tank does not work out in your favor. You just get mowed out almost immediately every
Oh,
time.
Guinevere. Interesting.
Okay, that's a standard pick though, in my opinion. But Lydia, that's a character that you see, I would say, 1 in 3 games. Pretty common pick as well.
Oh yeah, Lilia. I mean, just a mobile nuker with the black shoes. Her kit is like something that is rarely gonna go out of style. A nuker with escape mechanisms, always good. There we go, Balmond once again being picked up by them. Zizo. Let's see. Well, like, Yuzhong. Okay, very confident early Yuzhong here against the Balmond. Well, what hero are
This
you
was a
looking-
ban
are
from
you
last.
liking right now?
Yeah,
Or-
the Yuzong was banned last game, so not having that banned and having it as one of the first picks, I mean, we are seeing something
Ooh,
different.
a Novaria as well. Okay. A bit of a, well, let's see if it does work out for them. But Novaria is a hero that has been growing steadily in popularity, especially since not a priority ban anymore, unlike a couple of months ago. Vision
Yeah, that's
is
the thing, it's
always
like-
good in a MOBA, I believe.
Yeah, whenever a new character comes out, its ban rate is insanely high. Give it 4 to 6 months, usually that bounces back out, so we get to see it again.
That's basically Novaria. I think she's around 6 months old right now. Yeah. I think she came out around June or July.
Your team is banning.
Okay.
Yo, what do you think of that one?
I think picking it is very bold-faced. I know that this team knows how to, like, try to go for it, but at the same time, we saw last game how much it didn't bring to the table when it was in the hands of HᴇᴇLess, but now that it's on Team X, might be a different outcome.
Oh. Xborg and Claude being banned yet again. Yeah, Arlot always gonna be a good pick in the right hands, and Team X, they do have the momentum, and Arlot is Arlot is kind of like a Fedrin in some ways as well. So let's see if they do decide to build it like that.
All right, what does Edu about a pick? That's
Carry
my
gets
question.
banned now. Okay.
Banning Carry's smart. I know that it's one of Edu's like more popular picks, but Big Papa banning a hero and then Edu picking one, they still need that carry, in my opinion. They still need somebody who's able to shred through, Balmond's armor. They need it. If they can't, well, Zizo's going to just punish them every second of the day today. So, I don't know. I feel like we need to have maybe a Leslie, not a carry anymore.
Leslie
but
for
something.
Sure. Oh, Kufra is actually taken out this time. Okay. Ixia is still there. Bruno as well, for talking about carries. Claude, if you want to go a bit old school, I'm not sure how good Claude is right now.
No, this is when they pick a Bane.
It is when they pick a Bane. I like it. A Bane. Let's do it.
Come on, get the Bane pick.
Get the
I know
Bane.
it's not meta. Gotta pick the Bane.
Edu. Even if you lose, you go out in style and make
It'd be funny.
and make Edu happy, for sure.
Edu make me happy. Edu make
make
Edu
you
happy.
happy.
Let's go. Franco. Okay,
Franco.
practically the same character.
Always a good. Whenever you have a hook, it's always a fun
We got
game.
Pudge.
Yeah. Iron hook, meat hook, they're all the same. Masilda is gonna be shadowed here. as well. Ooh.
Clint.
It's the
No,
proof
it's
that
Brody,
I'm
it's
still
Brody.
No one
alive.
wanted to see a Clint. Clints are fun to watch.
Yeah, Clint's are fun to watch, but yeah, they just decided with Brody. Definitely the safer pick and the more meta pick. That's for sure. Brody still one of the top tier gold lanes around. And what will be the answer of Team X here?
He is fascinated with that hand.
Always on the way.
You know,
Your
but there we
team
go
is
finally.
picking.
Matilda is gonna be locked there. It took them long enough. They wanted the, it's the last pick. Make sure. Ooh.
Oh, they got Mobile Legends Jinx.
Oh my. Now I can't stop. Now I can't unsee it. You know, I can't. I tried to really not think about it too much, but now it's there. It's just gonna gnaw at me forever.
No.
Mhm.
Honestly, though, I love the Franco into the Zizo pick into Balmond. Franco into Balmond is such a combo. That
Franco into
and they're
Balmond.
tanky so much. It matches their play style. Instead of diving towers, they're just gonna take them out from underneath them.
Exactly. What I like, it's interesting. The Varia Franco matchup is always gonna be interesting because in Varia with Division will at least dissuade the Franco from staying in the bushes. So it's gonna be interesting. See how it does go for them. But Yuzhong and Brody, very, very strong late game this time around for Heartless. Let's see. Let's see if that game plan does work out for them. But then again, farming wasn't really their problem. It was the early initiation. It was the first 5-10 minutes that really just got away from Heartless in game number 1. Let's see if their lineup is more built in finding a bit of momentum in the early game. Especially against a Lilia and a Balmond. You know, Team X, they're gonna be aggressive from the get-go still. There we go, Big Papa. Just gonna be diving and try and get some jungle camp steals there. Unfortunately, not gonna get it. Gwen.
Well, that's a
Okay.
decent setup. We're actually seeing a completely different shift, and actually, it's Heartless who's taking on that very aggressive role, but
They
Zizo
have to,
punishes for it.
I like it. I like it. Especially with.
Dude,
especially
Zizo doesn't
with-
care. Zizo is just spinning to win it.
But he is quite low now, so he has to be careful. There we go. The shield. Nice. Shield is gonna pop, but the spinning is still winning. He's gonna
Curse.
be fine. Big Papa with the Matilda. And Curse is actually gonna fall in the backline. Perfect start for Heartless. Zizo, are you gonna get more? Not. Unfortunately not, but Big Papa not slowing down. Ooh, the Iron Hook from downtown is gonna connect. But no bloody hunt just yet, and he's gonna be able to walk away. But it's actually Zizo who's gonna be there with the turn. Heartless a bit too gung-ho in that one. And just like that, 2-for-1 already in favor of Team X. Less than a minute and you're diving into your tier 2s.
Well, that's not a choice of theirs. That Iron Hook is what they're doing with that. But look at Edu, completely zoning out bottom and getting not only free farm, but probably a free lane. Curse needing to answer the call for that.
Exactly.
But we have another rotate.
And there we go. The crab coin is easily gonna be secured now with the rotation of Big Papa. Let's see if Big Papa, this is what they needed. Like Big Papa so far, good start for him. Sure, he's died once, but so far, already a better performance. Ooh, almost, but not quite. And very close to the level 4 also. That Franco with the turtle, like the posture is gonna be perfect here for Team X. Heartless, they're not gonna give this for free. Big Papa already in the case, poking and prodding. We're in the backline. Gwyn will poke a bit as well. Mr. Egram, Half-Life now onto the turtle, but Mahmood Yuzhong does fall there a bit too aggressive there as the turtle goes in favor of Team X, and Heartless once again on the back foot. Big Papa to fall. Mr. Egram. It's gonna be fine.
I'm sorry, Swarly. The turtle was sniped by the Guinevere.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was a steal. I didn't notice that.
It was It was a big steal. But look at this. They still want. They're just gonna kill him anyways. How is Gem alive?
Okay.
Oh, that's so risky.
I thought HᴇÇLess was gonna lose the early game again, but that turtle is always gonna be a big pickup for them. As Franco is gonna, you jinxed him, right? You said how is he still alive and he just dies. It is what it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
I do that.
Big Papa. Once again, the Edu curse, as we're gonna start calling it from now. We're not gonna generalize. We're not gonna generalize and call it the caster's curse, because it's almost 2024 now, and we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, don't want to stereotype us casters as people who ruin games for players. Sometimes they ruin it themselves.
And there we go, Big Papa. I have been hyping you. Now it's the Swirly curse. And Big Papa just a bit too aggressive. Shades of Obi-Wan. Sadly, I have to call it. He was alone there. He was alone between enemy lines for a good minute and a half. With no help. Still, a bit of space. Mr. Egram will be able to walk away there. There we go. Zizu still spinning, winning.
This Franco is really far behind on levels. He needs to start landing these hooks.
But at least he has his Bloody Hunt now. He has his
at least.
Yeah, at least. But quite the most important skill in his arsenal, I believe.
I like the back and forth that we've seen from both of these teams. They've realized, wait a minute, we can't sit in lanes and do a traditional style. That was a punishment that they felt in game one, but we're seeing a little bit of rotate. And where is that hook going? It was so far off of where that player was.
Probably going to Texas. But Cursed
trying to hook me over here.
Wow, 1, 2, 3. Cursed definitely not the type of game he showed in game number 1, and HᴇÇLess definitely in this one. Second straight turtle now, going in favor of HᴇÇLess. It's anyone's game. Especially, let's look at Edu Gaming. Edu Gaming, level 7 already, 5 minutes into the game. No kills or deaths just yet, but that's fine. And Mohamed Nassef. And I find the one as well, the trade though, as I say that, Swirly curse. As I was saying, Edu hasn't died yet. I think he just got hooked and bloody hunted. For sure.
Oh, absolutely. But wait, we can see a trade up. Big Papa's on the hunt. Looks like Mohamed's not going to be joining them in that regard. But that tower bottom is so low. This is probably going to be the first tower down.
Well, yeah, they're not going to be able to protect that, but it's fine. Still, easy gold for them. A bit of a boost for Team X, as they're now going to posture once again over in the top lane. But look at this. Look at the Franco over in the jungle. Quite deep. Might find the Matilda down mid with the Balmon, and there we go. The hook does connect there, but the knockup is gonna be perfect. Woo. Oh my god, Gwen actually baiting that hook. You hooked me. Nope. It was a reverse ambush. Don't you love it when that happens? You just want to get and you turn it around again.
That's some power of Franco, being able to turn a fight back in their favor. Now, are they going to steal it? Zizo is going to steal that. It's great for them. Now, this is a very neck and neck game relative to what game one was. I think that HᴇÇLess has learned from their mistakes very fast.
I mean, and Big Papa, sure, he's at a 0, 4, and 5, and definitely feels a lot more controlled, and he's definitely a lot more tanky on that Matilda rather than the Minotaur in the first game. Turtle, once again, this is gonna be a big fight. Nope, spinning to winning. The knockup is gonna be there. Still no one quite dying just yet, but the Gwen is gonna fall quite a bit low though. But Mahmood on the usual, actually gonna be Nomads that just goes in onto 3, 4 actually, and we're just not ready for that. The hook won't connect. The Gwen is still alive, barely for now. There we go, gonna re-engage, be able to walk away, not quite. Yes, he does get to walk away, but Zizo does get the more important objective over in the sideline, and that's the turtle. There we go. Will he be able to get one? Doesn't seem like it, but Edu Gaming. Fairly very, very low. Flicker burned. He's gonna be fine. But that's the thing, right? You burn Flicker. That's Team X gonna... It's the go signal. We're just gonna keep going at you for the next few minutes. Because you're not gonna be able to run away.
Oh, still, look at Gem's position.
Closer, though. 2000. First turtle in the side of Team X. But Mahmood on that Yuzhong, just a bit too gung-ho, I feel. Like, he wasn't in sync with his team in that engagement, for sure.
Wow. That's some pretty crazy stuff, and we're going to be seeing them try to rotate around, although the fight slowing down. Let's see if these guys are going to pick it back up. Tower now down. Let's see what else they're going to be able to do with this. But welcome everybody back to the caster desk. Now, this is the opportunity that I ask you guys at home, what are you expecting the game to happen with? Are we going to be seeing HᴇÇLess be able to take it back into a best of 3, fully go into game 3, or is Team X going to be able to ride it? Because I want to say I haven't seen this Bauman get shut down yet.
I mean, Zizou has been playing out of his mind, spinning to winning all the way there, for sure. Look at that. He's just not stopping. He's spinning all the time. But definitely a much closer game. But no, Team X slowly but surely building the lead yet again. E2 Gaming, though, still in a very good spot. And Mr. Egram also in a pretty good spot on that Gwen. Varia as well, actually. Yeah, definitely a lot better and smoother waters. This one. HᴇÇLess, definitely. Big Papa still not really overextending too much. And it's good for them as they keep this close. But what's it look like? What does it look like on the enemy side? The Arlot is also trying to getting a lot of farm right now. Hanabi as well. And Chris sure did die early game, but finding his groove yet again. Ironhook will connect onto a creep this time around. Muhammad almost died yet again there, but there we go. Egram is gonna be poking, and oh, you were alone there, just bloody hunted into his death there.
How did that hook miss? That went through him. A little bit off.
I know, what it's fine. They found the Gwen, and they found Muhammad, the stuff. And Hanabi is just farming out of her mind right now. 0-0 and 5 already, and this Hanabi is gonna start hurting quite a bit as the first lord of the game is gonna fall in favor of Team X.
Yeah, Team X, they have taken the lead again. It was a little slower to get to the point, but they want to keep this moving. Now, looking at this, we do have quite a bit of damage. HᴇMu going right on in. This is going to be a fight underneath the tier 2. I don't think that they care about the tower being there. They're still going to
they have a Franco. They have a Franco, you know. That's a Franco.
Yeah, this Franco hasn't landed hooks.
Okay, now maybe you reverse jinx him now. There we go.
You see, you're welcome, buddy.
There, Bloody Hunt as well, but that's a tanky target that you really don't want to go for as you do. That is the Brody. Gonna man up. Yuzhong over in the back line though. Falling a bit low, but we'll be able to fly away as the Lord is now barreling down mid lane. First does find Gwen over in the slide line. A bit of poke damage onto the turret, but negligible at this point as HᴇÇLess will be able to hold mid. We're now just losing their Gwen.
That's been a slow, decent way, but mega kill. E2 Gaming just not feeling himself right now. And look at that. That is a tier 3, almost guaranteed to fall. And yeah, it's gone. But
it's gone.
Are they going to be able to trade? Oh my, Jesus Christ. Spin to win. Never been so real. And boom. There goes your HP. They can end the game right here.
Exactly. Brody's dead. Okay, Gwen is back though. Ultimate just pulled down right now. Okay, they still have that one siege catapult, but yeah, they're gonna be able to defend. But that's 2 turrets down, just like that. Mr. Egram, no real lockdown for now. Novaria can just poke from afar. But Matilda is gonna be back here. Brody as well, but look at that. Team X is doing this, and their Hanabi isn't even there. Hanabi was just farming the whole time.
Wow, this is great stuff here. I love the fact that we're seeing them, taking it in a relatively quick fashion. Obviously, this game on average goes for about 20 minutes. We're at 12, and they want to be finishing this off. I mean, 12 minutes in a regular MOBA, that's the lane stage, and these guys have already lost everything.
I mean, First Blood probably wouldn't have happened yet in other MOBAs at this stage.
In other MOBAs, yeah, no.
Right, but yeah. Team X showing how the snowball is more real in Mobile Legends than in other MOBAs. But then again, they have Heartless, they did, punch back a little bit more in game number 2, but it was not enough. And this Franco, you said this Franco wasn't really hitting any hooks, but it doesn't matter. We're still winning. It's just the bloody hunts.
I think it's because ZEZO has
Okay,
been
there we go. As I say that,
reverse jinx. Good job. And that's a kill.
Reverse jinx, and that's the win then. Sorry, Mr. Egram. I am so sorry. I did just reverse jinx you right there. And that is such
Just
a common
sitting there.
shrub spot too, right, for a Franco.
Just a perfect spot to hook from, and they're probably going to get another Lord here. That's going to just end the game out.
And there we go. Yeah, another Lord, and this is when Heartless have to start saying their prayers. The Lord is gonna be barreling down their base very, very soon, and this Hanabi is also more than ready to play. And Edu Gaming,
right.
after that heroic game 1-2, struggling quite a bit. Yuzhang gonna be poking over into the back line later, but Big Papa gonna try and burn some kulas, but didn't work out at all. The spinning winning begins.
They just want to end the game. They're not even going for that tier 3 bottom. They just want to just push this
They don't
in.
need to. There's no megas in this game.
Yeah, they don't need it, no. But
They don't. There we go. Lord is finally here. And that's Edu Gaming just deleted, as Lord is gonna be Yuzhong poking in the backline, but not really doing anything, pickling at this point on that Dragon and Novaria from distance. What's your Astral Powers gonna do? Not much. And that is it. Game number 2 going in favor of Team X. A clean sweep for them, and well deserved. Methodical in both games, and they are going straight to the quarterfinals.
wow, straight to the quarterfinals. Beautiful job there. And now I'm looking at hopefully a real pushback of Team X getting into that main monthly qualifier. And that's going to be an insanely heated match. But first, we have to know, who are they going up against? This is going to be a potential of Team X going up against any winner of our main end. And that's going to, of course, be Exodios versus Anarchie. Now, I've seen Exodios play. They do all right. They're pretty aggressive. But if Team X or Anarchie were to use the same strategy that we just watched work wonders, well, Exodios doesn't have an answer to that, unfortunately.
And let's see if the pieces or the parts fall into place for Exodios later, because that is their series coming up. Yeah, Team X, I really can't fault them for anything that they did. Heartless, definitely a lot better with that Matilda over that Minotaur in this one. So that was a long way to go, and unfortunately for them, Edu didn't find the farm that he did in game number 1.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of farm getting pulled through, but what we are going to be seeing is a little bit of our advertisements here. Of course, we can't be on stream unless we're powered by our strategic partners, Etisalat, our main place, Etisalat by E, and strategic partner AD Gaming, broadcast partner Playtonia. We can't be here without them. So let's take a quick break to shout out these sponsors and also shout out you guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back with our second match of the day.
Everything you want, but you can't have. Number one regret, no takebacks. The hole in your chest, that's payback. Payback, yeah, you better take that. You could call me selfish and critical, I could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn ya. This might hurt, but that's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. That's just karma. Go and play the part, play the victim. Throw a pity party with your demons. Blaming everybody and you're screaming, screaming. But I'm the one bleeding. You're the one that's selfish and critical. You could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn you. This might hurt. That's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn you. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just
I'm craving hope in this darkness. You say I'm just a joke, just a joke. Shivers my spine so bad. Swimming in the river stinks too much. I'm trying to let go of us, but the truth is what you really want us. My darling, rose and fire. You're a liar. You say, my darling, rose and fire. And fire. You say, my darling, rose and fire. You're a liar. Shivers my spine so cold, so swimming in the rivers, swimming in the rivers. I'm trying to let go of us, but go of us.
Hello, it's been a long, long time. Can't get you off my tired mind. Shadow, let the tape rewind and finally ease my anxious eyes. Oh no, I feel you creeping in, my body bleeding sin. I'm drowning. Heaven, can you save me now from these thoughts inside my head? God, you are the devil. from my mind. I can't get on your level. I swear to God I tried. I am not under your spell. Turn around and count ahead. You cannot be anymore. Oh my God, you are the devil. So hard to save. Hallowed by my love for you, always stop me going under. Follow every step I take, 'cause our walls are coming down. God, you are the devil, running through my mind. I can't get on your level. I swear to God I tried. I am not under your spell. Turn around and turn ahead. You cannot be anymore. Oh my God, you are the devil.
And welcome back, everybody, to Arena Esports, powered by HᴇᴀᴛLess. And my name, of course, is Edu, welcoming back Swarly, because we are welcoming back a new match. But before we talk about what happens next, we have to talk about what just happened. We have highlights for us. We have a bunch of things that we have to go through. So, Swarly, where were we thinking when it comes to how that game or match one went for the side of Team X?
I think it really was just a battle of tanks, because tanks are the tempo control in this game, and if your tanks do well, it's just gonna leave so much XP and gold for your gold slash XP lanes respectively, because they're just gonna have the space. Levels are everything in this game. One level, unlike other MOBAs here, is just a big deal, because like you said, like in the first game, Obi-Wan on the Minotaur was just so under level that they didn't do anything. In the last game, sure, on the flip side, Cursed was actually under leveled for the sign of Team X, but because of their tanks, they got to take control. So, it's still a meta of tanks and a meta of sustain. But since from what we've seen so far, it's mostly just tanks, because no team has really favored sustain in the first series today.
Yeah, it's been a very back and forth strategy for most of these teams here. So I like that that's what we're seeing. But now that I am looking at maybe something a little bit spicier, I want to see some real, back and forth, and I want a closer game. I don't want it to be solved by 12 minutes, because that game, it felt like it was over before it really began, and that I feel does a disservice to what Mobile Legends as a peak can do for itself. That's what I want to see more of.
Exactly. Hopefully we'll get it in this one, because this is the last series of the day, and wouldn't it be bad if we went all the way to game number 3? Better for the audience, not better for us, but we're all about what the audience wants. Am I right?
Yeah, it's got to be about what the audience wants, and I want them to have fun no matter what. I mean, this is a team, this is a game, this is Mobile Legends, this is a wonderful setup, and based off of what we saw from the highlights, I mean, this is a 14-minute game. Very quick in how they have acted, how they've pushed out through like the mold here. So I'm excited that this is where we're going to be looking at next. But looking at hopefully something a little bit more successful for them. It's going to come down to two separate teams, two entirely new competitors now trying to battle it out as efficiently as possible. So, looking at our next team, it's going to be Exodios versus Anarchie. Anarchie being a team that I have very little information on, so we're going to have to make notes now. We're going to have to write it down and find out how powerful of a team they are.
Exactly. Can't wait, can't wait. Always, whenever it's the first game, it's always, a sign, healthy sign of how the series are gonna go. Much like in game number one and the draft as well, because you get to know a lot about the team from their draft. Maybe we'll get to see a Bane in this one as Edu so desperately wants.
I want to see more gameplay. I don't want to see it be a 2 out of a 2 out of 3. I want to see everybody compete as pretty much high efficiency as possible, and proving that both of these teams are
maybe a 30-minute nail biter. Why not? Why not?
maybe.
Not?
But let's look at the scoreboard here for this 15-minute game. Disappointingly, only 5 kills for HᴇÇLess. Only 5, which is
it was really just Mr. Egram on the Gwen who was doing a lot.
Just them. We had 3 players, 0, 4, 0, 3, 0, 6.
Yeah.
Big Papa, small Papa. Not very proper.
Yeah. And then the flip side, you have a Franco who was involved in like 50% of the kills of Team X. Sure, he wasn't hitting the hooks. Right, that's the thing about a hero like Franco, right? Even if you're not hitting the hooks, for the enemies, the threat of getting hooked, that will always keep them on edge.
Yeah, impacting positioning is massive, and unfortunately, they were weaving and bobbing away from Franco, but not from ZZO. This guy 8-1 right here carried this team beautifully on the Belmond, and I don't think had any reason to stop.
Crazy. Whew. Wow. Hopefully, yeah, but yeah, like you said, I do share your sentiments. Hopefully, we'll have like a more tightly contested, closer game. Maybe go all 3 games. Why not? Maybe even see a Bane in here.
Maybe. I mean, we could see a Bane. We saw Franco, which is honestly the same pick rate. And they fit the same niche, in my opinion.
Exactly.
They both have those like mass CCs. Bane, though, favors more so doing the damage, which honestly kind of helps out. During a team fight, 1 Bane cleave plus their ultimate, well, rest in peace that entire wave. And if there was a Bane in game 1 of what we saw from that previous match, I mean, those fights would have been over instantly. The way that everyone was so grouped together, Bane just kind of lives for those moments. But as we should be getting into the game soon, I know the teams are ready. I want to know, what kind of picks do you want to be seeing here, Swirly? What heroes should be locking, or what legends should be rocking it in here?
I want to see a bit more sustain, because like in the earlier games we saw like tanks not being squishy. Having a tank and a sustain hero does go a long way in mitigating that. Even if your tank is under-leveled, under-farmed, having that sustain gives you a few more seconds to do stuff as a tank, which goes a long way in a game like Mobile Legends. Because imagine, like, there were some moments in game number 1 where the Minotaur got in, leaped in, but couldn't get the Minoan Fury off. A few seconds with the sustain would have made all the difference. So that's why I do want to see a bit more sustain in this one, because it does mitigate a lot of under-leveled and under-farmed tempo control heroes, like the Minotaur.
Yeah, like that Minotaur. Obviously, Obi-Wan, you'll go down in history as the person that we say is an example of what not to do. But I'm pretty hyped.
We're sorry. We're just stating that.
Listen, I'm not sorry. Your gameplay is sorry. But what we need to do is see if they're going to be able to bounce it back here with something. But I'm thinking right now with these two teams, I've seen Exodios play. I've seen HᴇÇLess play. Both of these two teams sometimes disappoint me. I don't know what Anarchie can do, though. Anarchie might be able to, be the team that shines through. Obviously, I want a little bit of a Woofers story. I want a bit of a Wolfhound story where they are able to bounce back in that post game. They've lost it all. This is now, if you look at that roadmap, this is only the final invitational qualifier. We've already done Q1, Q2, Q3. We have everything signed off for the playoffs. We know who's going to be going in for that. Now we just have to find out if the monthly finals Q4 is going to be filled with some other people. But we are going into the game now. Let's find out what they pick.
And bands gonna be coming in. Probably gonna see a Nolan ban once again. Maybe we'll see a CC this time as well. It wasn't banned. It wasn't contested at all in the first series. Maybe this time. I would like to see it. It's gonna be a Yuzhong getting taken out here. Ooh, okay. Yuzhong slowly but surely gaining in popularity as well in this meta. Kufra. Interesting priority ban right there for me. Maybe a Kufra main here in this side. Like,
Might see something, but lots of bans on Kufra. But also, these are two completely separate teams, so maybe just taking them out. It's just the meta right now.
Maybe, yeah, I can't go wrong. No one wants the bouncing ball. Just a pain to deal with that bouncing ball. And it's so ironic when Kufra, his ultimate is called Tyrant's Rage, and then he has another ability called Bouncing Ball. So underwhelming, lore wise. It's like I thought it had like a cooler name, but apparently not. It does not have a cooler name. It's just Bouncing Ball.
No cool names for these abilities. We got Iron Hook and Jump.
I mean, but here, okay, talking about cool abilities, Joy, one of Joy's abilities is called Ha! Electrifying Beats. There's literally a Ha with an exclamation point. And then Electrifying Beats. That's literally one of her abilities names. Mobile Legends,
Wow.
you does not cease to amaze. You do not cease to amaze. Yeah. What other abilities are just I'm trying to remember what other abilities, but
I think Fanny has some odd names for theirs. You got like just I forget what they are, but I just remember hearing them for the first time. It's always ingrained in my head as okay, that's dumb, but let's see what they can do. I like what we're
because Fanny literally has an ability called Steel Cable.
Yeah, it's just that. It's just literally a steel cable. It's as very blunt as possible. I think maybe, just maybe, it's a translation error.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. But then again, this game has been localized in many languages already. It's quite interesting. You know what of our other abilities of Fanny is also called cutthroat, like cut space throat, because that's what she does. She cuts the throat of the enemy, so cutthroat.
Gaze upon the
It's not even like a cutthroat stab or anything. Yeah. Anyways, we digress a bit too much here, as Nolan is gonna be banned out, and first pick on the board. Maybe we're gonna be able to see. Well, if they're gonna be safe. There we go. CC was finally available. I mean, CC was available in the first series, just wasn't picked. This time around, they are going prioritize that hero. So maybe this could be a Balmond for the enemy team, just because Balmond, I'm sure they were watching the first game and they know how effective Balmond is spinning to winning. So why not just pick it? But it's gonna be the Lunox, Balmond, or Barats. Maybe, just maybe. But I want to see another Balmond. So why not? I just feel like
I think
Balmond is flavor. It's flavor today.
it's flavor, it's sauce, it's the boss, and these guys know how to rock it. So I want to hopefully see something. Brody, okay.
Quite the meta carry right now. For sure, for sure.
I want to see what tanks they pick, because that has been like the main deciding factor. You have Z:Zo from previous games.
Maybe a Diggy. We were talking about how people still hate the Diggy. Diggy still wins games, So why not pick it? It's gonna be the Valentina there. I like it. Valentina against the Lunox. IMU just gonna be stealing away the nukes of the Lunox, using it against their favor. It's gonna be a Bruno here. We got the moves. That's their carry. Bruno versus Brody. Bit fair in terms of the carry matchups there, but like you said, I want to see the tanks. We don't see any other tanks just yet. Yeah, they're gonna finally lock into that Valentina. We're probably gonna see the first tank in this one. I'm still gonna hope for a Balmond. What tank do you want to see? Redrin maybe as well.
And we've got the Bruno. I think that's Bruno. I could be tripping up.
That is the enemy. Well, they did get the Bruno on the other
Bruno
side.
Valentina. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage.
Oh, it's a Barrett. Yeah, Barrett. Definitely. The Dino Rider. Is
Now, this character I actually have not gotten to see. It's one of the newer ones.
Which one? Barrett?
Barrett.
Oh. Barrett is fun because he just gets bigger. He grows in size. You know, kind of like well, Primal Beast doesn't really grow in size, does he? No, he doesn't. But yeah, what's that hero in League of Legends? I can't remember. He also grows in size. Barrett's is kind of like that. Yeah, Barrett's very tanky hero. Also quite flavor in this one. And you know, I was saying he grows in size. You want to know what his abilities name is called? Since we're talking about abilities and their silly names. Barrett's passive is literally called Big Guy.
Big guy.
Big Guy.
Big guy. I mean, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big
That's what
guy.
happens.
He's a big guy. So yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I do like it. Also has the swallow ability. You know, swallow the enemy, put him on the enemy side. Kind of like what's that hero in Dota? The one with Mortimer's Kisses. The one with Mortimer's Kisses. What's the name?
Oh, so he's a Snapfire.
Snapfire. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He has that ability. Snapfire. I remember Mortimer, but I don't remember Snapfire.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, Angela. Another sustain hero being. So Faramis was also banned in the first game. Estes is still also in the pool. Yeah. I guess in the MENA meta isn't really too hot on sustain. That's what I'm seeing right now. Because first series not much sustain. Right now we're not seeing sustain as well.
It is better to be feared than loved.
No real sustain. Lots of people getting banned that aren't sustained. So it looks like both of these teams think no one's going to be picking a sustained character.
Exactly.
Not banning it. I mean, now you're going to open the door for maybe another ZESO, maybe another Balmond player coming on in
Balmond
here.
is still definitely in the pool. I mean, I don't think Balmond is ban worthy. ZESO is ban worthy, not Balmond.
ZESO's Balmond is, yeah. But one thing I will say, I don't think we mentioned, left-hand side, blue team is going to be Exodios. That means that the other team on red side is going to be Anarchie. So if you are here watching your favorite teams and you don't recognize the names, well, that's what you know.
Hello,
So,
my friend.
And here we go.
Estes
We were talking
ban.
about sustain. Okay.
One of the best healers in the game, yeah, for sure.
Maybe a Rafaela, the OG Rafaela here, if they still want to pick a sustain, because that wouldn't be a bad pick, I think, with the Barats, with the Rafaela and the Lunox. That is kind of okay.
Sand rises when I
But
give
no,
the
it's going to
word.
be a Khalid. A Khalid. Okay. Quite the cheese pick, but if that guy snowballs, he snowballs very hard.
You have my word.
Deros into a Minotaur. Okay.
All right, so there's your tankiness. That's good, but I don't know. Last time we
Makes a
saw
1-2
Minotaur,
Yeah.
wasn't ideal. Wasn't ideal.
I mean, we did see the Minotaur that didn't do too well. Maybe this time around, but they haven't picked it yet. They're still thinking about it, but I think they're just using this last few seconds to, you know, finalize their laning stage strategies. Oh wait, I can't call. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's the
Diggy.
Diggy.
They banned
Oh.
Angela. They
Karate is
banned
my craft,
Estes, but
Diggy
they
is my
didn't
name.
ban the Diggy. A Diggy with a Khalid. Oh my god! If this Khalid gets a few kills early on and Diggy can just support him, this is gonna be a very quick game in favor of Yabani. But you know, still, if they're ready for the Khalid is like the ultimate cheese pick in my opinion. Because if he doesn't
Understandably,
work
though.
out, he just does nothing in the late game. If he doesn't snowball. Let's see. I do want a lot of aggression right now. Yabani, my eyes are on you.
All right, let's
I
see it
can't
then.
believe we forgot. about Diggy during the ban. I didn't think we mentioned him once. We were talking about Sustain. Oh wait, we did early on, but we
We
kind
did
of
talk
forgot
about him
about
early
in
on,
the
but the
end.
thing is, it's like I think that they should have. I think they might have wanted to pick Diggy and just forgot about ordering, and then they didn't ban it because of that reason. So, very unfortunate from Exodios not to be picking up that character. Looking at their team, it's going to be a lot of damage output, but very limited sustain. You compare that to a team that has, I would say, a reasonable amount of damage output, but insane sustain. So, I don't know. I think one thing is for certain though. HP totals, you have a much tankier team on the side of Exodios.
I mean, Time Journey is one of the most broken spells in this game. And, you know, just the map control with your auto alarm bots as well just does so much. It will really support this Khalid. Where is the Khalid? Khalid isn't roaming just yet, but he is already going to be poking. Look at that. Already manning up in the bot lane, but that is CC. Newest hero. You don't underestimate the newest hero. Both of them are at half health already, but Yamani has to walk away here. The yo-yo does hurt on HᴇÇoʀᴛ. Okay, they finally stop, but they're still not gonna. They're just gonna poke at each other for now. This is interesting. No rotations just yet. No early invades as well. This early on, both teams just playing it safe, staying in their own respective halves of the map.
Good rotate here coming through, and looks like everybody's now focused on the top. This is a much slower game compared to the previous one, but we might see the first blood, and we will. Obito falls down to Devin, and are the trades going to come? Oh my god, they can finish everybody off.
Ooh, their off is dead as well. Diggy dies. Diggy dies. But oh my god, it's just a bloodbath. It was just a
3 to 3. That's crazy.
3 to 3. But yeah. Fortunately for the bot lane, Khalid is getting shoved quite away. Has to go back soon. But still, yeah, very, very close game. Turtle is spawning. The posture isn't favoring anyone right now as Exodios with the Roth leading the charge. Minotaur and company are also gonna be moving towards the turtle pit, the turtle area, the turtle cave, whatever you call it. What do you call it?
What do I call it? I call it a pit.
Pit, yeah, everyone call. I mean, if you play Dota, you will call it a pit. But will that not?
It's a pit. That is a
He's
pit.
not gonna be sustaining into that, unfortunately. But Kayan is gonna be killed by Vanilla there on the Dare off. Still, you know, we were saying it was a slow-paced game, and just like that, kills all around. And Yabani finally finding the first kill onto that Valentina. Finally, will be able to begin the snowball he so desperately wants. Unfortunately for him, he has not burned this flicker, so he can still go for a kill in the next minute once his ultimate goes off cooldown. As I say that, Joe, who look at that. The early game Khalid is just so much, but there we go. CC just gonna try and man into that, gonna fight into that. I won't be bullied out of lane by you, as both heroes are at the same health. As I say that, top lane, Skerfuffle over by the river here. Crab coin, no contest there. Obito thought about it, but there we go. The knock up is gonna be there. But Diggy is gonna be able to walk away, and that's Obito dead once again. Deja vu with a Minotaur dying in this early game, in this early laning phase, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say that we're seeing another repeat of a Minotaur that's not able to be online yet. But looking at this, look at that just main smashing power that they have here. That tower will be pretty much down for the count unless they swing in right here, right now. But look at that. They don't care about the tower. They're still doing damage.
They don't.
Wait,
they don't.
the tower. Oh, it's stacked out too much. It's starting to climb.
Obito gets the kill, and Devon, not big enough just yet, does fall there. There we go. I like it. It's like more a blow for blow fight than in the first series for sure. Right? Sure, it's a small lead for Anarchie, but there are trades, and trades are everything in a MOBA. Okay. The plates are gonna be gone in just a bit, but the turtle is already gone upon. Doesn't look like they want to contest this. Vanilla knows something is happening. Odin is in the area as well. but they are gonna be able to zone them out. Beautifully done for Anarchy, just making sure all of those shrubs were checked and no shenanigans were gonna happen.
Let's see it now. If they want to check out for some real DPS, it's going to come down to this moment. Of course, we're seeing both teams sitting relatively close, both 6-6. It's at the 5-minute mark. You got 13K to 15K, about 2K gold difference for both sides, and no real change up. But now we're seeing a real gathering. Pings are happening down bottom. This is where they're going to try to get themselves a kill mid, and that was instant.
It was. Kain just died as well. And Yabani is actually really biding his time on this Khalid, not really forcing the issue. Time's journey is gonna be popped here by the Diggy, and Diggy will still fall here. Egg form for now, as Vanilla is gonna be paid as Brody gets on the board. Actually, already on a double kill here. And as I we say that, though the Minotaur is gonna die yet again. I'm gonna notice every Minotaur kill now because of Obi-Wan. I'm sorry.
Obito versus Obi-Wan. Let's see who's the better Minotaur. Looks like we already know.
Obi?
I mean, it's already better. It's already doing better.
Exactly. Who's the better Obi here? There we go. I like Khalid. Usually Khalids, whenever I see a Khalid, they do play a lot more aggressively, but Yabani is kind of biding his time. He doesn't want to force the tempo too much, which I respect. Because his team is ahead now, and you don't really want to end that snowball, because once you stop that snowball as a Khalid, it's just downhill from there, in my opinion.
I can vibe with that. I think that's a fair assumption.
Okay, Bruno. How is Bruno farming? Bruno is farming all right here, but the Brody is kind of like getting away from him, and it's not in a position where you want to be. There we go, turtle fight. Might just happen here. I mean, One Fury is available. Obito, all eyes will be on you again, my friend. Turtle falling very low here. The Minoan Fury onto 4. Actually finds the turtle as well. Beautifully done by Obito. Wow, Obito making us eat our words there. Oh, beautiful stuff. Still, Rio can't gold here. But so far, Rio can gold in this one. 5-0 and 5 already on that Brody.
Well, look at this. They're diving tier 3s. They want to just massacre. This is a definite lead for Archie. And, double kill, though. We'll be able to keep it moving. Tower now falling. And that's clean. I mean, Anarchy. They have really turned this around on their heads now. 6K gold lead. They're probably going to just rotate over to the next lane and do it again and again and just go one lane at a time.
Just go for the standing gold on the map, right? It's always a sound mobile strategy there. They're still going to group up here. Obito is going to be caught out. Mincemeat. Once again, the Minotaur couldn't even pop his Minoan Fury. I don't think it was available, though. As the mid turret tower mid turret is gonna be destroyed. Rio can't gold, really way out of his mind. Level 10, 5-0 and 6 on that Brody. That is a hustler name if I've ever seen one. Because Rio can definitely gold. What do you think? What does Exodios have to do now for probable comeback? What do you think? Educate them.
For Exodios to be able to take this, what they need to do is they need to start focusing on the players that aren't grouped as 5. Obviously, there's been 4 players, aren't grouped as 4. There have been 4 players that have constantly been roaming together. So find the one guy straggling. Group up and find that straggler and then catch him out. They're trying to do that right now mid, though. But every time they do, they get punished for it. Look at that. Why are you diving in? Okay. Obito, bad idea. Obito, no.
Bad Obito, but that was a nice knock-up, but there was no follow-up. That's the thing with the Minotaur with Flicker, right? You just have so much mobility. The rest of your team won't be able to catch up, and that was a bit too excited, When you're an excited initiator and your team is not positioned, it's not really gonna amount to much. And that is exactly what happened. Sure, Yabani on that Kali did fall there. But look, your CC's dead. Your Minotaur's gone, Minoan Fury burned. That's an automatic free turtle for Anarchy. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they really just set them up for success, and now they're going to keep it going. Looks like we do have the Lord now called out. They're probably going to be pushing bottom with that to take a tier 3 or get into a fight. Look at this. They've actually grouped up. All of Exodios is together now to try to get into this, and
they need all the parts, you know. It's Exodios time. If they want to mount a comeback 8k gold lead, not too insurmountable, but still a very, very hard climb from here. But they do have the tools for it. They do have the tools. Bruno, sure. Bruno is 3 levels behind Brody at this point, which makes it so hard. CC, despite being a new hero, hyped up new hero, is a 0, 3, and 2 right now as mid lane. Gonna be poked here. Barrett's doing work. Big guy leading the charge. There we go. Not going right in. Perfect time journey. Minoan Fury doesn't do anything because that's a dispel. Once you have the cleanse, knockup's not gonna do anything. Gets deleted, and this is why you ban or you pick Diggy, guys. This is why. Because of moments like that, and just like that, they won. Anarchie take game number 1. Like it was a close first 5 to 8 minutes, but
then they just steamrolled.
After that, it was just all Anarchie all the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just instant with the way that they play it. Already, they've been pushing themselves into quite a successful fourth front, and I want to say that what we can see from Anarchie is the same gameplay we saw from Team X, except Exodios, I kind of called this out, does not have an answer to it. They don't have an answer for when people group up like that, and you can see Obito's response was, I'm going to jump him, and then proceeded to get jumped himself. So it didn't really work that well.
Yeah, because like I said, right, you have the leap, you have the flicker. Your team is a whole screen away. They're not gonna be able to follow up because he had more than a few 3 plus Minoan Fury catches, but it just didn't have any follow up, and you're just gonna die. The rest of your team, they're gonna try and scramble for that follow up, and it's gonna put them in a bad position, and that's exactly what happened. And that's the thing, right?
I agree with
You're a Minoan. You have a Minotaur that's really excited. You know what a Minotaur is gonna do. A Minotaur is gonna try to go for this big initiate with the 1 Fury. But that's the thing. You're going up against the Diggy. If you don't catch the Diggy, that's the cleanse from the time's journey, and nothing's gonna happen anymore. And that is why everyone hates Diggy. Just ban Diggy. That's my advice for you guys. If you want a chance in the next game, ban or pick Diggy.
You gotta ban or pick it. And honestly, what we've seen from these players being able to, lock in. I mean, would you rather have fought against an Estus, or would you rather have fought against a Diggy? Everyone would say Estus. Estus is like a C tier, D tier character in the meta right now. Not relevant. So maybe they were thinking, oh, they need sustain, and just didn't think of Diggy, which
exactly right. Like, why is
such an oversight?
Think of sustain, Diggy should be like at the top of that list, right? Diggy should be at the top of that list. Like, I want to ban sustain heroes. Diggy, number 1, number 2, easily.
Right? Oh, hands down.
Right? I mean, right? So it was just so hard, right? It was so hard. Like, Obito, like we said, definitely had a much better showing than in the previous Minotaur games that we've seen, because he had a lot of good initiation. Just the follow up wasn't there. But the thing is, you're just pressured. You have to catch the Diggy. If you don't catch the Diggy, time's journey. And AoE cleanse shield, man. What's not to love about that?
That's fair. I mean, we're seeing a real big upgrade in the way that they picked it, but of course, we have more to see from these players. Of course, we still have potentially 2 games, potentially 2. No guarantee that we're going to get there, but...
Rage.
You gotta pray. But let's get a look at the highlights and see what made it where it was. This initial fight, these 3 kills for both teams, this set the stage for, honestly, a very back and forth early game.
Exactly. It was like they were fighting Exodios. They knew that they had to prioritize the Diggy, because I think most of the Diggy's deaths were in the early game, and it was there. But the thing is, the Diggy adapted, right? They knew. Obito and Hᴇᴀ kind of got predictable, if for lack of a better word. for lack of a more tame word, because they knew what was happening, and Diggy was always just in the back line, and Yabani was always just waiting in the sideline. If anyone was gonna step out of bounds, Yabani was gonna be there with the pinch and the flank, which is perfect. And Diggy was protecting the Brody so well too. The times journey.
Yeah,
The times
there
journeys
wasn't
were
really any gaps in their space. Like they just played really good. The positioning that they had was together for most. Like look at that. Look at how close they are. You know, if there was a Bane, that'd be a problem. But they still were able to take it.
Maybe. It was also funny actually that Valentina actually IMU'd Time's Journey a few times, but it didn't really do anything because the Valentina is not gonna be in the thick of action. Like the Valentina is not gonna be in front, and the advantage of a Ligi is you're gonna be in front. You have your bots as well, and you have your reverse time for the displacement and the Time's Journey. It's just the perfect kit. Plus, if you're dead, you just turn into a chicken. I'm into an egg. Right, so
Yeah,
you just turn into an egg, so you're back in the fight almost instantly.
I mean, that's true. This team was able to really bounce back constantly, just back and forth, and then they just held it down. They ran through the lanes, they ran through how this game was going, and now that we're getting into our second match of this, or second score, let's see it. Scoreboard. Let's take a look.
Let's see.
No segues yet.
Not quite yet. Look at that. 1, 3, and 16. 17 out of 19. What percentage of that, if you're good in math? That is the kill participation.
That's about that's about 2.8% or 2.8 thirds. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
Just that, and he was just all over the place. And on the flip side, we kind of expected more from the CC, to be honest, because we were talking about new heroes are always gonna be broken, but just didn't execute it properly. Because you have a Deroth as well, and I kind of think they're kind of like they kind of both want a lot of gold in terms of like fighter-ish roles, and it just didn't work out. Sure, Valentina had some moments, but it was just Valentina and Obito, sadly. And it was never going to be enough.
But now, looking at how this has gone, looking at the way that game 1 went, Obito actually did worse than
Really?
Obi-Wan.
Really?
Statistically. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because
You
Obi-Wan was
remember?
1-6. Well, Obi-Wan was 1-6.
Wow.
And Obito is sitting here 1-7. Obviously, the game lasted a little bit longer, so there's more time to die. But when it came to actually being able to be that front line, they still managed to try their best. But unfortunately, it's just a massive team diff in that first game.
Yeah. Commiserations to them after that. That was tough. But yeah, maybe will we see Deja Vu and will we see a sub once again on the Minotaur player? That would be unfortunate.
Oh, it would suck if they had a sub because, in my opinion, they need to be able to. You have to stay consistent with your team. If you remove someone who just played poorly, what that says is now you're going to bring in somebody who has no idea how the enemy team just played. They have no experience with it. So you're shooting yourself in the foot when you sub out someone who played poorly, because what they did is that loss gave them knowledge, gave them something to learn from. And if you do that, you really are setting yourself up for failure. So I want to see no subs. I want to see only the best players on the team, of course.
Again. Let's go.
Yeah, honestly, bring back Obito, because then it might be a 2-0. But real talk, having this go in the direction that it is, I think that there's a good chance that if they just get that one fight, it's been off the back of this one fight where then they rocket straight high. So they were keeping up pace pretty well in the early game. It's something that happened in the mid game that really just twisted their arm and put them in a position they didn't like.
And Bandigi.
Yeah, and Bandigi. 100%.
Please, Bandigi. Like, you'd rather, fight against an Angela, fight against Faramis even, but not against the Diggy. Unless you're ready for it, right? Sure, there are, heroes like Thams. They do well against the Diggy, just the anti-sustain. You can also itemize against the Digi. But whenever you have to itemize against one hero of the enemy, that means your build is gonna be a whole item slower, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be able to get your priority item first because you're gonna have to get that anti-sustain item just to deal with that Digi. And that's not a good place to be in, especially in a fast-paced game like Mobile Legends.
I think it makes sense. The way that these guys have been able to, build items, I want to see if they're going to be able to build a better team comp. Let's jump right on into the game. We got agents, we got heroes, we got legends to pick.
They're actually just called heroes here, interestingly.
It's Mobile Legends!
But they're just called heroes. Everyone is called a hero. It's quite confusing. I also thought they were legends at first, or champions even. But no, they're just heroes. They're basically heroes.
I'm so disappointed in this game.
Right. That it's like a big miss. Could have been, right?
Gaze upon the edge
Ah.
of the void.
Anyways, moving on from our sadness, Kufra getting banned out, Nolan once again, with CC's unfortunate performance in game number 1, probably won't merit a ban. But if Rio, Kent, Gold, and company on Anarchy, will they? Sometimes it just feels so good when your enemy picks a hero and it doesn't do well. You pick a hero and you dominate with it. Maybe that's what's gonna happen with CC in this game if Anarchy does pick up. Could be an interesting storyline. Yeah, Lunox is gonna be banned out. Maybe a Valentina. But please, first phase ban Digi. Don't let it go past first phase.
Yeah, I mean, this is going well. This is going pretty solid for them to be able to lock it down. But I need one lesson learned. Ban Diggy, okay? Also ban Valentina. Valentina has been a real pain for both teams. Even like as a play style, it's one of those characters that's almost always picked, so you might as well get rid of it.
I mean, it's because
so
of
you
the
try to
spell
spice things
steal.
up.
They just call it spell steal. I am you.
Balmond?
Balmond wasn't picked last time, actually.
No,
it wasn't. Then they banned it out of left field this time around. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Because, I don't know. For mentality-wise, it's better for you to ban heroes you've been beaten with than to ban heroes you haven't been beaten with, right?
True. I mean, it makes more sense to, ban something that would probably be picked, but I don't see Balmond ever being on the roster here.
I mean, they're just probably scared of spin to win. Let's put it at that. They have
Spin to win is strong.
to win PTSD. That's what happened.
Understandably.
Well, yeah, Fredrin is gonna be banned here. Okay, a fighter getting. You know who I also want to see again? I want to see a Cho. It's because Cho is fun to watch, even if it is kind of meta. But we haven't seen a Cho today. Maybe it has fallen off of meta for the MENA region at least. But yeah, Obito, it's your ban. It's your ban, Obito. Ban the Diggy. That's what gave you nightmares in the first game.
Yeah, you gotta ban what scares you, not what's good in the lobby. You gotta do that.
Right. Right.
And also, it's just, I think they're gonna be saving those bans for the 2 bans after the picks because first off, they have to deal with sustain.
Yeah, true. Maybe second phase, but there we go. Valentina, good job, Edu.
I called it. I did it.
Nailed it. Yeah, can't never go wrong with it. There we go. Joy is gonna be there. Electrifying beats. Just silly name for a spell. There we go. Alice is gonna be picked up. Surprisingly, yeah, Alice was banned quite a few times today. And the Brody is gonna be picked again. They're gonna steal it away this time. The classic deny pick. But you know what it is? If a player plays Brody, they know what counters Brody. So,
Brody counters Brody.
Brody counters Brody. Maybe a it's an Arlot instead. Change it, Alice, into an Arlot. Both start with A. So a fair switch up right there. But Arlot, I like it. The enemy banned out Fredrin. Arlot is like a softer Fredrin, I like to say.
Mm-hmm. I
Because
can
you
see
have
that.
the,
I can see it.
mhm. Still you have that mobility. You don't have that AoE, but you have like you have something that amplifies your CC, right? Why not?
True.
So Yuzhong once again. Has Yuzhong won today? Not yet, right? Yuzhong has not won today.
No. It's been banned 3 times, picked twice.
And lost both times, and there we go. Paramis is gonna be there. That's their sustained hero of choice, it seems. Yeah, it is. It was locked. That is their sustained hero of choice, Paramis, this time around. And it's gonna be a Marcus this time for them. Okay. Kind of aggressive. I'm surprised they didn't pick Sams. Because, you know, Sams is like just one of the most natural anti-sustain heroes. There we go. There we go! Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
They banned Diggy.
Look how scared they are. They already picked Faramis. They were actually expecting them to go for a double sustain. With Faramis and
That's
Diggy. That's the
pretty
fear. That's the
disappointing.
fear right there. That's the fear in the draft right there.
I can understand it, but I don't like it.
Right.
That's how I'm gonna say that.
Hmm.
I think it makes sense that they're going for those kind of bans, but at the end of the day, it's about, you know, what do you think is going to impact you the most? A Diggy definitely is that kind of character that impacts so much.
True. Interesting. Kadeta. Very. Well, they
I've been
don't have a
waiting
mid
too
yet. The
long.
carry is gonna be banned here. Yeah. Carry Brody. That's a classic matchup right there.
Just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a carry pick here, but what I want to see is...
Tigrael ban? Interesting.
Is it 2018 when there's only 5 characters in the game?
That you ban Tigrael, right?
Yeah, like what?
Maybe a Claude here for them. They have the
Possibly?
sustain. They have Cult Altar. Claude for the enemy, but a Minotaur once again. Yeah, it's a Minotaur once again for Obito, it seems. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sometimes things deserve to be broken. I'll just say that. But it is definitely broke.
But
it is
you know,
definitely broke.
Minotaur against a no Diggy lineup. A while ago, he had a lot of good Minoan theories. Just the Diggy was just there with the Time's Journey and then messed it all up.
And this team didn't jump in with him. That's the main concern I have. Is if your team's not going in with you, what's the point of a Minotaur?
Mia? Yes, please. Layla? Yes, please. Yes. Come on, don't Claude. Claude is too meta. Hanabi, yes, I'll go for a Hanabi. Leslie. Oh, man, they're playing with me. They're playing with me. Beatrix. At least less meta. But come on,
Beatrix.
show me a Layla. Show me a Mia. Nah, they're gonna go with a Beatrix. They're not that confident.
Yeah, not really, no. But
No.
Grok?
But a Grok. What year is it? What year is it?
I like Grok, all right? Grok is cool. Grok is big rock. Rock big good. Good big rock.
Louis. I thought they were gonna go Louis. Navaria is okay. Gord is actually also an okay pick. Do you know what we like to call? You know, like Gord throws balls, right? So you know what we like to call Gord in the Philippines?
It's time to go to the
We call him the shooting Gord.
The shooting gourd. That is such a on the nose name. I like it.
Right. Wait, who was the last pick? I got too distracted. I don't know what. Who is that? Oh well. Who is that? They're using skins now, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to recognize them.
Oh, that's a character.
Which character? Who's the last pick?
That one.
All right.
There you go.
All right. I like it. I still
Okay,
can't
it
tell who
is-
it is.
All right, here we go. It says it's a Lilia.
Oh, okay. Lilia.
Yeah, it's a Lilia.
Okay, they banned out Kadeta. Kadita is like a mobile nuker. And Lilia is like also one of the best mobile nukers around. Black Shoes can never go wrong with that.
I
Imagine
like.
a mage nuke, a Zeus with time lapse. That's what it is.
Welcome to Mobile
That's
I'll take
literally
it.
what Lilia is. A Zeus with time lapse.
5 seconds till the enemy
That sounds
reaches the
awful.
battlefield.
Really?
Why would you suggest such a thing? That's evil.
Imagine all the nuking power in the world and you have a survival ability.
Wow.
Anyways, I like it. So this Grok.
The new update for Dota is wild, by the way. I don't know if you've seen it.
Let's talk about it after the cast. Tell me
So
about
crazy.
it after the
It's
cast.
so dirty. And honestly, it makes me feel like I'm watching Mobile Legends now when I cast Dota 2.
Really? Wow.
It's so weird. But anyways, getting into this game, looks like they're going for, just easy, grouping around, getting some XP with the jungle. But I don't know if they're going to find any fights. Looks like Grok is running in.
Not quite.
Grok.
Yet. Grok is the rock.
Grok is a tough cookie. Can't crack.
Exactly. The Grok block and the shooting gourd. But unfortunately, there is no shooting gourd in this one.
Understandable.
Top lane. They're just farming here, poking and prodding. But there we go. They're gonna try and go for the steal here. The Grok block almost worked out, but the wild charge not quite available just yet. It's a bit too early for that. That was the flicker burned at minute 1 and his team. Oh, the Grok block! The betrayal! But it's okay, he got one. He got one. It wasn't a betrayal. It was all according to plan.
Wow. I mean, this team knows how to rock it.
He walled off his teammate. He walled off his teammate, but it worked out. The Grok block, still, it was the trade. The 1-for-1, and this Yuzhong did get the first blood, so not too bad if you're Yabani. Yabani fine.
I like that for them, getting that first blood. And this time, it only came in one streak. Only one first blood. But are they going for
It wasn't
Turtle
a
already?
bloodbath. It was not a bloodbath, but there we go.
They're already going
Grok
for
versus
Turtle?
Minotaur. What year is this?
Gronk versus Minotaur. We got everybody ready for this. But the Turtle is sniped by Vanilla, and that is going to go over to Exodios.
Exactly. Still small lead by Anarchie, but definitely Exodios will take that one. Mid lane. Falling very low here is the Grok. Will you be able to run away? A bit too tanky in the early stages. No one poked. Actually, Vanilla. I thought Vanilla wanted to go for that, but a bit too early. And on that Moskov, not really what you will want to go. A bit too greedy if you went for it, and I like it. But look at this. He's still there. He's still not going home. Barely has any life left. But no care in the world.
All right, decent rotations here. I think that we need to go take a look at what these carries are doing. How literally the player carry. Vanilla already has 1 kill. Is now doing solid for them. Might be able to keep it moving, but I like the gameplay. But what I need to be seeing is hopefully this Minotaur not caught out again. Anarchie, they're still already off to a decent start. They have the lead here. They don't have the first blood, but Yabani getting the kills, that is a character that can snowball, in my opinion, significantly stronger than a carry, even though carry's name is, carry.
It is indeed the top lane. Okay. Still a bit off before the next turtle, so they're gonna try and posture some area in their favor. For now, still a bit too early, but off camp kill. It's actually gonna be Yabani on the Yuzhong, falling to the Marcus. 0-0 now, and Vanilla on top of the turtle kill a while ago. Knockup is gonna be there. Nice Mino and Fury will fall. Actually, he won't. Actually, still does fall. Almost survived there, but they're gonna get away with murder as Odin is also falling to her death now, and that was a good little exchange for Anarchie as they are trying, take control of this early game. Still, turret is gonna fall there. Not too bad. 2-4-1 there across the map as the turtle. Devon already starting on it. There we go. Quite alone here, Devon. No electrifying beats for you, as the turtle is gonna easily be controlled here unless Grok finds it. No, it was impossible. that spell does so little damage. If he got that, that would have been insane.
Yeah, not a lot to work with, but looking at how this team wants to push forward, looking at, of course, 4-4 now. I blink and I miss it. Look at how tight this game is. 14.3k, 14.8k.
It's kind of like deja vu if you think about it, because the first game it was also blow for blow in the early stages. Let's see which team does find momentum in the mid game. And Obito playing pretty well right now. 0-2-2 actually. Sure, he died, but you know it was worth it. There were trades. It's just, you know, Minotaur and Grok just high-fiving, but there we go. Nice block here. Still has the lead though. But there we go. The re-engage is gonna be there. Beautiful. Minoan Fury finds the damage, but the follow-up not quite there. But their real target, Rio can't go. Did fall there. Yuzhong now joined the party. Dragon form, Dragon up. Not gonna kill anyone just yet, as Obito is also still alive here, but the Odin is gonna be fine. Sustained more than enough thanks to the black shoes, and that was a beautiful fight from Exodios as they actually tie the game there in that engagement.
Wow. I mean, tying it up, I think looks pretty neat, but this tower falling will open up to give Exodios a little bit more of an advantage just moving forward. A jump up in the goal, to jump up in Space Maid. They should be able to split off and now find some kind of entry point into hopefully another site, but it's farm city time. And
It is.
I like
10 seconds. For 10 seconds, because the turtle
10
is
seconds.
gonna be up. Joy is actually gonna instantly go for it. Look at that, Joy. Joy tried to sneakily get it the last time. And look at, wants to go for it again. Let's see if Exodius know what is up here, because the Joy can get it pretty fast. There we go. Okay, they're helping him now. They're helping Joy now. They're not gonna leave their teammate on an island. They're gonna knock up. Is gonna be there, but no one Fury didn't really do too much there. But the Brody is gonna find the free hit. Yes, and the Cult Altar didn't do anything there. But Devon still gets it. The Joy still gets away with murder. But no.
Wow.
Right, Brody is there for to calm things down. He finds the kill, and they are gonna be happy with that trade at least. Man, Joy got the kills, but Brody just fattened them up for Brody, as Odin is gonna be able to poke further in deep as Exodius looking like, you know, they are in control. Well, not really in control, slightly in control for the first time in this series, as Obito and company will be able to walk away. Imagine that, a Minotaur walking away from an engagement. Wow. We haven't seen that before today.
You sure you don't want to just keep fighting until you die? I mean, that's usually the strat. I think it's pretty efficient. I don't know. I could be wrong though.
Exactly, but Grok there in a bit of, between a rock and a hard place. Nah, he's fine. The Grok block is gonna be fine. I can't even remember what the spell is called. I just call it Grok block forever. Because it's literally a Grok block with a wall.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to call it anything else when that's what it is.
But I might trigger people. So I won't call it Fissure.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You know, I can understand where that coming from. You know, Earthshaker, what a character.
It's more of an ice shards though than a Fissure. But, you know, elemental wise, it's more appropriate to call it Fissure.
Right.
Right?
I think you got a point about that.
Right. Devon is so annoying on that Joy. If he keeps that up, Exodius is really gonna have to like fight tooth and nail to win this game number 2. But so far, so good for them. Sure, Brody has died 2 times, but it's fine, as the Lord is gonna be there. Minotaur and Grok gonna be posturing for it now. That's Vanilla is gonna poke at it for now, but seeing Grok might break the leash. Almost everyone is there except Joy and the Yuzhong.
I think Obito is caught out
also
here.
Also very low here. There we go. He finds the knockup on 2, but the follow-up is there. Actually survives for a bit longer. But the Paramis is going to be there with the sustain. Cult Altar more than enough to keep everyone healthy for the side of Anarchy, as the Lord is once again going to go in favor of Devon. Devon has gotten every single objective in this game. No. He's missed one. He's missed one turtle. But man,
Devon's just that guy.
Yeah.
Devin's that gamer. Got that dog in him. That's what you gotta be, but
that one. Basically Afu.
fair point.
Okay, not the most reference that most people would get. But yeah, Devon is gamer. Let's leave it at that. But
So now
Obito is playing much well. You know why? Obito is playing well? Because there's no Diggy.
there's no Diggy to deal with. I mean, Obito is playing well, and your well is considered 0-3, 8 assists, which, yeah, it's okay. He's been involved in 80% of the kills going on.
Right. That's well
But
for a tank, though. You gotta give
That's
it.
it's pretty all right. I mean, I think what's really helping them is the fact that they have, objective-based gaming. They are, 2 towers ahead right now. They have a lot of space to work with, but I'm surprised why the team didn't go with the Lord for that last push.
Right?
Was it to
This is
distract
a
or
farming Lord? It was a farming Lord. That's what it was like a farming Aegis.
Jesus? Oh God, no, I hate that term. Oh no, that's
A
awful.
farming Aegis. You hate that?
Yeah, never say that again. Jeez. Oh God, that triggers me.
Hey,
I don't wanna-
Dart, you should get me and Edo to pass Dota so I can figure him something.
Oh God, no. Please don't
This is-
trigger me.
this is
Dota,
one of those tasks of the
Dota
game.
already pisses me off enough. But look at this. Look at this game. Oh, another one. And this is the turnabout. The team that was winning is now getting knocked down. What a pick there. Absolutely huge.
Yeah. Ryu can go struggling in this one. Still very healthy though. 5-3 and 4. But that's a struggle already for him in this series. But Arlot is kind of getting some momentum. He finds more kills later on. As I say that, Arlot goes right in with the vengeance. Vengeance! But it's not gonna be enough as he walks away. I almost caster's cursed him. I'm glad I didn't. He survived.
Oh yeah. So glad you didn't do that. That would have been awkward. But looking at this now, looking at a new push up here, mid tower nearly fallen, and that positioning is the Grok's time to shine. Jumping on in, might be able to scare him, but Obito doing the exact same thing on the opposite end.
I know, right? Just the
They're
tank,
mirrored
just the
right
tank
now.
wars. The tank wars. I love tank wars in any MOBA. The initiator wars. There we go. Knockup is gonna be there. Just the one. No one Fury proc just yet. Wild charge is available now for the Grok, and they have to be careful. I like it. They're protecting this mid tower. This mid tower. Hero and mid towers are always good for map control. There we go. Ooh, Vanilla. Gonna try to go for the background, but the Yuzhong is right on top of him. He's gonna be burned down by this Yuzhong for sure. But it's actually gonna be the Paramis finds the kill on Vanilla. Very good knockup on the 3 actually, but no follow-up unfortunately as they can't deal with it. A while ago they couldn't deal with the Time's Journey, now they can't deal with the Cult Alpha. That is so unfortunate. It's always the sustain heroes that's getting Exodios. They should just ban all 5 sustain heroes.
Just ban
not
all
the-
heroes. How about that? Just go up, throw your phone at the other person. Wait, are they gonna
This
just
could
end
be
the game here?
This is game. Full creep wave, everyone's dead. 13
Wow.
minutes into the game, Anarchie just takes it, sweeps the rug from underneath them, and this is a clean 2-0 once again. Anarchie. You know what?
That was
I would
cleaner.
be excited to see Anarchie
What?
versus Team X. That would be a fun matchup. I think that would
I think
go
their
3 games.
playstyles match up really well. I think that's fair.
Exactly. 3 games. Because they have
I will
that
say it's-
they have that one lurker, right? I don't know. Or they have that one lurker, that one rat. And it's always important in the MOBA because it really keeps your opponents guessing, second guessing where to position themselves. But yeah, congratulations, Anarchie. You are qualified to the quarterfinals.
Honestly, they deserve that with the way that they played. Now qualified to our quarterfinals for our monthly Q4, our final quarterfinals at that, guaranteeing themselves in. Now they're gonna have to see what else goes down. But here's the score for today. Team X 2-0 to Heartless. Exodios, the team that I watched get wiped last month, wiped again by Anarchie.
That's
2-0
unfortunate. Maybe you should
again.
stop watching their games.
Yeah, I keep caster cursing them, but also I'm not the one playing Minotaur.
Use the facts, huh?
Yeah, I'm using facts here to absolutely cook them. But Wow, that was just such a fast game. But I know if we look over at our roadmap soon, if we talk about what is coming up next year, while we do that, we do want to say that Arena Esports is powered by HᴇᴇᴛLess. That is, of course, brought to us by and strategic partner AD Gaming. They set us up with the wonderful ways to build up everything. And our broadcast partner, Playtonia, we can't be here without them. And that's why we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, and more so, a thank you to you guys watching at home and making sure that all of our sponsors are getting your eyes on this gameplay. But Swirly, it's been an honor to cast with you. I can't say that for certain.
You know, for our first time. Yeah, despite the, you know, it's always hard casting with someone for the first time because you're feeling each other out. But that was fun. That was fun. Hopefully they get us to cast again. You know, maybe Valorant,
absolutely.
maybe Dota. It can trigger you in so many ways.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think we do Valorant here at Arena Esports. We do Counter-Strike though. We do have Counter-Strike. But I wish they had some Valorant, but unfortunately they are putting
sponsors go for Valorant.
Yeah, go for Valorant. Valorant brings the eyes. But
Exactly.
no, I think if you guys want more Arena Esports, we of course have games of Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, and Mobile Legends. That's the roster of wonderful games that we put on here. MENA region, we have a grand-ish finals going to be taking place in Abu Dhabi, if I am not mistaken.
Ooh.
And that is going to be a very fancy venue to see. Actually, it's going to be in Dubai here. So very exciting to see what they're going to be able to pull out for our main event, our main stays. Hopefully I'll be there. Hope so.
No.
Fingers crossed.
That would be fun.
But that would be fun.
That would
I'd
be
hope to see
fun.
you
That
there
would be
too.
fun. I mean, either of those venues that you mentioned are golden places to be. You catch my drift? Absolutely.
Yeah,
gold.
they're beautiful towns, beautiful cities, beautiful countries to go and visit. It's a global production, so being able to be in the middle of the world, that's where the Middle East is pretty much. Being able to see.
Basically, I'm all the way in the east. You're all the way in the west.
So in the west, and then we got Darkter, who's
China.
all the way in India. We got a lot of people all over the
We have
place
South
on
Asia,
here.
East.
And
Southeast
then
Asia,
these
West.
teams are in South Europe and MENA region. It's wonderful. So I'm very excited. But I know we do have some highlights coming up soon to really showcase why Anarchie dominated that game before we keep talking about what else is going on here.
And this time around, Faramix did so much. While ago it was a Diggy, just the delayed death. But for you, my friend, Wraith King Aghanim's. That's basically what Faramix
Wraith
does.
King Ags, yeah, pretty much.
Wraith King Ags, right? Just delaying the death, making sure everyone is gonna be able to kill. Even so, that's those wombo combo heroes like Minotaur. They're always gonna struggle against that. And I think they did their research. They were more than ready. They expected the Minotaur pick, and that is why they really did just go for the heroes with the cleanse or the sustain. And it just went a long way. Plus, their players, all of them did their part.
Yeah, and now, as we talked about highlights, let's take a nice look in the limelight of these players. I mean, we talked a lot about how, this game, very back and forth between the two. Now, my question is, what time zone, what fight do you think really just said, okay, Anarchie wins it? Is it when they killed the Lord? Was it when they were able to use that Lord for farming? I mean, what was the thing that was the
farming
crux
Lord.
over?
Are you gonna use it now? The farming Lord.
The farming Lord? 100% won in the game.
Farming Lord. Yeah, it was. I think it really just, everyone just did their part. Really, I feel like Devon found all of the objectives. Like I said, he only missed one turtle, and that was because the whole Exodios team just went for him in that one engagement. But after that, Anarchie, they didn't leave him on an island, allowed him to get all of the objectives, and Kane finally started, going with the team. Yabani doing Yabani things. He was just always in the back line, and it really did make it hard for Hᴇᴀ to initiate. Because, when you're an Arlot, you want to play in the back line. You want to find those squishies. You want to find the Faramis maybe. You want to find the Beatrix. But, you can't do that when there's a huge dragon flying over you all the time. And that's exactly what Yabani did. All of it. It was just a well-rounded team effort, in my opinion, for Anarchy. All of them did their part. And
I agree
Exodios, they struggled.
100%. They did struggle a bit, but Exodios, I think, yes, they might struggle here, but there's still an open qualifier that they can try
They
to
are.
battle it
But
through.
it's so hard.
They-
Open qualifiers are hell.
They're so scary to deal with. But the way that this game just ended after one quick fight, this is the fastest game we had. 13 minutes, 15
it
seconds.
was unfortunate because that one quick fight was just outside their tier space.
Yeah, yeah, just, oh, okay, while we're in the neighborhood, we might as well destroy
Right,
this
yeah,
base.
yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
why
like,
not,
let's get takeaway. Why the hell not? And that's what they
Yeah,
that's what they
let's get
did.
some takeout. And they just absolutely dominated. But with those highlights coming to a close, I know that we still have a roadmap to talk about, you know, what's going to be going on in our future for the Arena Esports, and of course us on production, where we're going to be for that. I'm really excited that this is the way that things have gone through. And of course, I do want a little refresher. How much money was this qualifier worth? How much did these players
1200
make
USD?
from taking? Yeah, 1200. Was that just a first place? No,
Not
I think
sure.
it's 1200
That was
total.
the pool. I think that's the pool.
Yeah.
That's the pool.
Yeah.
The pool.
$1,200 prize pool with a little bit of an asterisk. Third place and first place, or fourth place, also get Arena Esports points.
I mean, the winner gets the lion's share. Basically, that's what's gonna happen.
They get over 50% of the prize pool for that. $650 for first place is
Exactly.
crazy.
Imagine all of the skins you can buy with that.
On Mobile Legends, you can probably buy like 8 skins.
8 skins.
8 skins. It's a
8
pretty good
skins.
deal. Yeah.
At least
Pretty solid
one
deal.
for everyone, right? At least one for everyone.
One per player on the team, and then one for the
I'd buy
coach.
a Kung Fu Panda skin if I got that much money.
Yeah. Get Kai, Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking that.
Doesn't want to be Poe and like bump enemies with your stomach, right? Knock them back.
Yeah, that seems awesome. I mean, that's literally what they do. So I'm really happy about that. I know we got the scoreboard here. This is the overall game score. Very close though for Exodios. They actually got quite a few more rounds, but of course Obito was not able to secure any kills for himself, but a decent level of assists out of the 13 kills. This Minotaur was there for 11 of them, so quite nice on that.
But look at Faramis, 16 out of 17 kill participation.
Jesus.
Crazy.
Well, Vanilla here actually was 100% kill participation as well. 4 kills, 7 assists. So Vanilla over on the carry was in every single kill Exodius got.
Oh yeah, but still, it was not enough. It was not meant to be. Sadly, as that Brody still needs a bit more time before he goes online. But Lilia also did well. Lilia and Martis did do well enough. But yeah, that is it. If you are unfortunate enough to lose a team fight near your base, that is what happens in Mobile Legends. You are just gonna get wrecked. And that was the siege wave too. So definitely gonna be a lot faster.
Yeah, I mean, this looked real clean. Not a single player on the side of Anarchy was below gold. So that's the kind of skill that I need them to be able to pop off with. That is what it means to be in Arena Esports. Being consistent across the board, not a single player falling behind, falling short. Usually, in other MMOs, especially at Mobile Legends back when I played, it was hard to get a gold medal, especially at, because you would always have one character that just dominate and carry you. So I like the fact that it's been able to, bounce a little bit more here, Swirly. But I'm pretty hyped with the way that the Mobile Legends is going, because this is only the invitational qualifiers for Q4 to get into the monthly qualifiers to get into playoffs. When we actually get to playoffs or the grand finals, that's going to be some of the best teams, because we are weeding through the lower end here to get the best of the best.
Exactly. And everyone wants the best of the best. It's just more entertaining that way. And we did get entertained tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, wherever you are. But yeah, it was a two zeros, but still entertaining, especially the second one. It was all blow for blow. It was just that one mistake. Like, give them a bit more time to gel, and definitely Exodios can definitely make the step to the next level. And what better way to prove that to themselves than in the open qualifiers?
Yeah, well, what's a better way to get in there than that? I think what we've seen is quite skilled based to get into here. Now, looking at the next team, it's going to be a 1v1 on our monthly qualifiers between the two teams that we saw today, I believe.
Really? Oh.
I could be wrong about that, or maybe it's actually
let's wait for
it's
the
4
roadmap.
teams.
Let's
It's gonna
wait
be
for the
4 teams.
roadmap.
It's going to be 4
sure.
team,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll should be at the roadmap in less than a minute now.
Just so
But
chat doesn't say we're fake news or something.
oh, us fake news? Psh, nah. I just disagree with that claim. I disagree with it. So,
But yeah, unfortunately, I'm sad though that we didn't get to see a Bane. It wasn't even
no Bane,
It wasn't even banned.
no CC, and it wasn't banned. No CC, new character, broken as ever. No
Yeah.
one banned it.
No one banned it, and it didn't win a single game.
Yeah, well,
And that
here's
was,
the
that was the
roadmap.
first Yuzhong win too, right? That was the first Yuzhong
Yep.
win. That was the first Yuzhong win. Because Yuzhong really doesn't, he's basically the backline protector. Because he's a mobile, tanky guy. Not quite Dragon Knight, but you get my picture.
I mean, it's understandable, but look at where we're at. And this is a roadmap. This looks like your traditional bracket, but this is a map of how many teams are making it too. But this is what we have for the playoffs. Obviously, the monthly finals Q4 is going to involve these 2 teams, but then 6 more from the open qualifier. So we could see a rematch, but monthly finals already has gone 3, and this is looking all right. Geek Esports versus Team Avalon. Then you have, of course, Arena Esports versus Team Axe. Then Okami and Friends versus Team Shuki. I know that I am excited about Okami and Friends. They are one of the teams that should, in my opinion, be going all the way. They are so clean. I don't think they dropped a kill or a death in one of their qualifiers.
Ooh, that would be fun. I want to see them. I do want to see them play. So hopefully, I hope the guys in Arena Esports get us back together again for more Mobile Legends Bang Bang casts.
Yeah, I really do hope so that we get to work together soon on more either Mobile Legends, maybe even Dota. But as for today's Mobile Legends, our 2 matches have come to a conclusion. Our 2 winners have moved on into a new qualifier. And now it is us to say thank you again to Etisalat by E and again to strategic partner AD Gaming and our broadcast partner Playtonia, and also to our production team behind the scenes. Can't do it without them. But for the English broadcast, I think that's all that we have. So from America, I'm signing out, and Swarley, thank you for being with me.
It was a pleasure, and hopefully we get to see you guys. I mean, I hope the audience also did get to enjoy this one, because there's gonna be more and more Arena Esports action coming out, and we hope to see you again next time.
nervous on the surface, I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got. I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything. have hope. So many days have passed. I wait around for things to change, but change has not come fast. I'm asking all the questions, but then I question them. Like, what's the point of living, existing when you can't see a God in flesh? I'm looking for the answers. They say to pray instead. I think I'll find them one day, but with a helping hand. I know that it's not easy, but I believe I will. Yeah, I'll get over all my fears.